We live now. Yeah. Welcome back, people. Thank you guys for summing up again. Uh, I'm still wounded a little bit. As you can see, the voice
Mm-mm.
is trying to come back. But,
It's
you
trying
know what
to
I'm
come
saying?
back
It was a
so
lot.
fast.
Like I said yesterday, last night's podcast, it was a lot going on out in Houston. Good, bad, too much fun, too much liquor, all the shit involved. Uh, we missed you yesterday, D. Yeah, man. Um, yeah, we didn't talk about the sports because it was just like, what the fuck, and the
Texas
way
was
how
too much.
the Niners fucked up big time. Playing that first half was pathetic. That first quarter they had six plays in the first quarter. It was fucking disgusting. And the defense wasn't holding nothing. They kept getting every time they hit the field, somebody else was coming injured. We seen two people get carted out. I don't know if they showed it on TV, but two players got carted off the field. One was number 91, and I think it was a 50 something. It was a lot. How's it going, John? How you doing? Yeah,
Oh man, I'm good.
that's a good thing. And uh, you
Straight
know,
left said hello. Straight lace. I'm sorry, I'm up here smoking.
tell Stace, hey, welcome.
Hey family.
And
Hey,
man,
say,
I'm telling you,
Hey.
man, I'm from watching it from the seats that we had, and I'm like, the first play of the game for the Niners was a 1 yard and then a penalty flag. So they lost five. They lost 5 yards on the first play. They get the yards back and get a nettle penalty. So the first two plays of the game is penalty flags against them. I said, okay, here we go. And then they series is over. You know what I'm saying? And and then uh Houston just was marching up and down the field. They were just going through the Niners defense. Niners couldn't stop them on third down for nothing. And then it was like, are y'all serious? Are y'all helping them? Because what is going on? This is some bullshit that's happening. I was thinking it was weird. The defense couldn't tackle shit. Couldn't tackle nothing. It was sad. It was sad. And the whole stadium was in red. It was hella Niner fans out there. Like when we out there, I ran it like I said yesterday, ran into a few people I went to school with, ran into motherfuckers from the neighborhood and everything. It was big. And they was partying with us the night before, going from bar to bar, drinking, eating, clowning, and they act like we didn't hit the after hours. But the way they was playing, they must have been in the after hours.
Mm,
hey, I
I
don't
didn't.
know, man. It's supposed to be Wild Wednesday, man. I ain't talking about the 49ers right now. I'm
Well,
still a fan, man, but
we all in pain.
man, I couldn't even watch no game, man. I was in church at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm like, what? They're coming on early. By the time I get off, it was over. I was like, are you serious? I done missed the whole game. I said, man, I know Stimp and them, man, they probably like, man, what? Yesterday I got caught up, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, some things going on yesterday.
Uh,
Somebody called me out yesterday. I had to handle my business.
it's all good. We understand the ups and downs. That's why it's boost or take. You know what I'm saying? One day is good, and the next few minutes it can be take. You know what I mean? So, um, all I know right now, I'll be going back to work, and tomorrow it'll be my first day back at work. Um, and and then all I know, the world is out of this motherfucking mind right now.
Yes,
I
it
feel
is.
so. These people, when Saturday when Saturday hit, I don't know what's about to happen on this planet. When
They already said
Saturday
what's
hit
gonna
in the
happen.
United States of America, November 1st, it's gonna be problems.
They already said what they're gonna do. They said they're gonna rush into Walmart and just take stuff. They say they ain't paying for nothing. That's what they
Okay,
said.
you don't pay for nothing. You still gonna be on camera. They just gonna add all that shit up and then put you
What
on
they
a
gonna
crash
do is
death charge. So
what
go
they gonna
ahead and
do is
take all that groceries you want.
what they gonna do is
Yeah,
they
they
do a
said in certain
takeover. They ain't gonna
areas.
do nothing.
They said in
The
certain
largest
areas.
economic blackout, mass blackout, November 25th, due to no work, no spending, no restaurants, no projects. Then do it right now while the government shut down. Don't take your ass to work right now while you ain't being paid. They
Hey,
motherfuckers talk all this whoop,
I
but hey, I don't
gotta
know
go to
how
work.
they used to shut shit down back in the day in the 1960s and 50s, but we was way more together as people in the 1950s and 60s than we are in 2025.
Right. Oh, that's why
See,
we went to go get our. Me and Stacy went to go get our seeds today. So like, if all the Bay Area listeners, the and beyond, they have seed libraries where you can go pick up seeds and sproutlings and all kind of. And I mean, they have like everything from greens to herbs and all kind of fruits and vegetables that you can get for free. You start you a garden and forget, regardless if these food you get food stamps or not.
You better know how to make them gardens, because just because you got seeds don't mean you're gonna grow some good planets. You gotta know what you're doing.
we just go
Give it
we go to Lady Lex house.
when you
Okay?
get when you're at the seed getting the seeds from the library. Pick up a gardening book.
No, I ain't trying to do
Hey,
all.
simple as
I'm not a
that.
gardener. I, I,
Read. 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 Huh?
but most of the people these days don't know how to read. All right. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
So
they
watch a
already stopped
YouTube
cursive in
video.
school. They stopped you people of this generation don't even know how to write cursive.
Then so watch a YouTube video. Right.
You
Watching
if you
YouTube
can't how you
videos.
gonna type in garden tools?
They rent tools
They
at the
they can
library
use the
too.
phone.
No. How you gonna type in if you can't read? How you gonna type in I wanna know how to make a garden on
They,
YouTube?
Your
they
voice
can
chat.
use social
Oh.
media.
Right.
They can
Oh.
use social media. You know
Chat
what I'm saying?
GPT.
It's
They
just
know about the Chat GPT.
hey, look, check this out, right? When you go to most restaurants and shit, they got pictures. You just point at what you want. That's what looks good. You know what I'm saying? You know, other than that, you know what I'm saying? If it's written out, motherfuckers be like, what you got good on the menu? You know what I'm saying? That's what that's all about.
yeah. Um so what's shit. Y'all
Hey, I
gotta
tell
bear with me because I only could talk so much. I only in
hey,
increments.
I've been trying to keep up with that for November 1st, right? So on TikTok, they've been having mass like community talks or something, like, online talks on TikTok talking about, what I'm saying, how messed up the government is and this and that. They ain't trying to feed the people. We pay taxes and stuff, and we should be able to get this and that. I ain't never received no food stamps. I had to go in there and take the money and manage the money that I get when I get paid to, go in the store to get what I want. So I can't never be a part of that conversation. The
Look,
conversation I can be a part of is that if you've been on food stamps for many, many years and you choosing not to work, then that's a problem. You know what I'm
But that's
saying?
not all the people that are doing.
That
Sometimes
that's a
the
problem.
some people who work also still have to rely on food stamps and
No,
people in
no,
the military
I'm
because
I'm
I
not
knew people.
saying that. I'm not saying that if You need to have food stamps or SNAP or whatever it is. That's what your need is. You know what I'm saying? But for those that's taking advantage of the system, I don't think it's right. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, I'm paying into that shit. I can't get no free food. I can understand somebody being disabled. You know what I'm saying? They can't work, or you know what I'm saying? They don't make enough money. You know what I'm saying? They barely making minimum wage to pay rent and stuff like that, or whatever they paying, or whatever and stuff. You know what I'm saying? To be able to receive food and stuff to make them ends meet. But those that's sitting up, spending their money, getting their hair done every weekend, waiting for, you know what I'm saying, those SNAP benefits with like, a whole bunch of kids and ain't choosing to work. Man, that shit is fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can't go in
I
there. I
agree with
can't
you.
qualify for that shit.
But they been doing
I'm
It's
a
being fucked
disabled
up.
veteran.
it.
Hey,
So
look, peep game.
people been
I'm
getting
a
on
disabled veteran. I tried to go get SNAP benefits. You know what they told me?
Everybody can't get it. What they tell you?
You make too much money. You can't
Mm-hmm.
qualify. I'm a disabled veteran though. I'm over 50 years old. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care.
They don't
I
They
know
don't
care.
how
care.
it is.
But
You too able body. You too
but
able body.
but I was reading about a year about close to a year ago. It was this female that they busted. She had two Mercedes. She had about 7 kids, no job, and everything. She was selling food stamps, all kind of stuff. You know
and
what I'm
that's where
saying?
they got the stuff from.
I think that they should reconsider some of it. You know what I'm saying? For those that really need it, but those that are abusing the system, I can't abuse it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going there
Well,
right now, you know what I'm saying, lose my job
well,
and shit, and they not gonna give me nothing.
I'm gonna speak for a person. I've had gotten food stamps before, but it's never been for a long, substantial amount of time. Because for one, I'm the type of person that don't like to sit in them kind of offices where you have to go to get the food stamps. Because I look in there when I go, especially out in the city. You know what I'm saying? And on the city, you dealing with all kind of homeless people, crackheads, and other type of people that's in there doing it. Then because to get general assistance in San Francisco, you can't. That's for most people who don't have children. Because if you got children, they're gonna send you to the welfare system in San Francisco. So to get general assistance for a non-parent. See, when I was 18, I was told that's where you're supposed to go. See, some of us been taught wrong at the early age on how to handle business when you becoming an adult. Because when I was
Right.
turned on my 18th birthday, I was told to go to the GA office and get this quote unquote free money. At that time was $157 check every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? On the 1st and 15th. But I was only 18, so I couldn't get food stamps because I was only 18. And I lived at my parents' house. But I was also working. And once they would still gave me the funds because I was working at UPS. And at that time, UPS was only paying $8.35 per
Yep.
hour. You know what I'm saying? So I was still able, long as I didn't work a certain amount of hours, I was still able to receive a $157 check. But along with receiving that check, I had to go turn in my check stubs to these people. So after the first 6 months, I was like, fuck that. And I never went back to it because I figured some other way to besides to get money than going to sit in some office as a grown, able-bodied human to beg these people for $300 where I got to go turn in paperwork every some odd something weeks. So when I didn't have jobs as a youngster, I got it out of, as they say, get it out the mud. I made it happen. I didn't go to the government. And I know some people who was on GA for many a moons. And I used to just look at them like, damn, you for real? You able to do something with yourself, and instead of you feel like you getting over and letting these people tell you what to do and all this other shit. No, you using it as a crutch, so you can't do
Right.
more. Do more. And you know what I'm saying? Do more. You know, I've never been blessed with Section 8 housing. I haven't been blessed with HUD housing. I haven't been blessed with any of those things. I have to pay real rent, you know, and with the job or without a job, that rent has to be paid every 30 days.
Yeah.
It went out.
So when people come at me with the oh whoa whoa whoop and you ain't paid rent, you got $75 subsidized housing rent, something wrong with you. You just lazy and all your responsibilities is wrong.
You remember that bag or did the bag?
And
Hey,
then,
bro.
you know, I'm not gonna go into more things because it's too deep when it comes to the other shit about multiple children, selling food stamps and things like this. Because I know I've bought food stamps from baby mamas that got 4, 5, 6, 7 kids, and they got a thou wow or better on that gold on
Right.
that bronze card. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I get it and I understand it, and especially when you live in a different lifestyle. Them people that sell them food stamps is come in handy because you getting 2 for 1.
Mhm.
You know,
But
I just
it's
believe.
illegal. That's true, you know. But we are talking about people because even in the city of Frisco, not just the black community, but some other communities are in that Tenderloin area selling food stamps to people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because so it's a whole market. It's a whole
Hey,
market. A
send
lot of
some
people.
send some of them my way, man. I need some. I need some
Who
EBT.
We all need it. We all need some extra, some 2 for 1 food right now. It's bad. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
hey, look, I
November
went to the
1st.
store.
November 1st is going to be like March 14th, 2020. I don't know if people remember March 13th, March 14th, 2020. That's how November 1st, 2025 about to be.
Yeah, I think in some places they were saying that, if it do start to get out of hand like that, that some stores probably not even gonna open.
Yeah, yeah, I
That's
heard
something
that
that
too.
people got to worry about. They could just not open the store,
Still to the bar. They don't have food. They
or,
don't have no food stamps.
or
And
you
then
gonna have
that's
to you gonna have to order. You got to order it online. That's gonna be the next thing,
okay.
Right.
So y'all
and
gonna
pick
try
your
to run
stuff
up
up.
on people. Y'all gonna try to run up on people cars that got Lyft, and you see them coming out the groceries with an Instacart or something. So now somebody's
Yep,
gonna come in, gonna be feeling like they gonna have to whack a motherfucker.
yep. That's
Cause
exactly what it is gonna be.
cause
And
cause
are we on
cause,
mute? Huh? Are we on mute?
cause you supposed to
Mm-mm.
put your life on the line for the next person's groceries.
That's
That's
the
what he.
thing they want
That's
them
what
to
it's gonna be.
because once they
You
start
already doing that.
going
Anybody
in
driving for Uber,
and
DoorDash?
asking no. What
So
I'm
it's
saying
like
is when they start reacting and doing all that, that's what they want so they can declare martial law, send in the military, and
yeah.
now we're under
Yeah, but
civil
people,
duress and we're under civil war, and now we stuck with what we got going on for infinity because until the civil unrest stops, and he's not going to stop doing stuff to make civil unrest start, it's going to keep going. This is
I'm
what he
ready.
Uh,
wants. This is what they
No,
all want.
but they say you get what you asked for. People wanted this to happen. You get what you asked for. You ask for it and it shall come through. All we doing is
hey,
out is blatant time for the AI to take over humanity.
Hey, look, they had a movie, man, called Civil War. I
Yeah, you
recommend
should
you
have
watch
watched
that
that.
shit. Yeah, And you know what? We about due. You know what I'm saying? There's so much shit going up around this motherfucker and shit. The military deploying inside within the United States for bullshit. You know what I'm saying? For civil, they saying for civil unrest, for crime and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you got to realize that there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that got guns too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm ex-military. You know what I'm saying? What you think? Some National Guard motherfuckers is gonna roll up on me? You know what I'm saying? I've been in combat. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is, what you got to do, how to survive, and where to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the first 30 days, I'm out to the mountains and shit. I'm gonna wait out for about 60 days because that's when the rest of them gonna kill each other, do whatever they do, and everything. I'll be all right. You hear him back there. He gonna be with me. That's my first alarm right there. You see, he growling and stuff already at the neighbors. So you understand how what is happening right now is already written and it was already planned to happen. We take away their food source, then we bring a reason for the military to come in and deploy into cities and everything. Then what's gonna happen? The people gonna fight back.
Yeah.
It's being purposely done, and people so busy worried about so much other shit they didn't even see it coming. You know what
I
I'm saying?
think
Because
that shit
motherfuckers
happened, man.
so focused on getting BBLs, so focused on saying I'm the alpha male, so focused on all this other shit that don't mean nothing. That nobody's training. The regular humanity is so out of whack and is not prepared for this. Motherfuckers will talk all that, but only people that's ready for this is the people that's been being
Yeah, I
survivalists.
saw I asked him. I said you should have took a picture of her.
You're
You
looking
know,
at him. You're looking at him. I am him. A
the
survivalist.
the
You know
homeless
what I'm saying?
people, them crackheads that people talk bad about, that's already in the streets, they still gonna be around.
Yeah, they're gonna be around.
Like
Me
roaches.
too. I ain't a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? And none of that shit. I just know what to do. You know what I'm saying? The military taught me. You know what I'm saying? When
You was
civil,
trained, you was given the tactics on what to do. Now, all these niggas who think that having a gun is the all you need, it will
nah,
run out of ammo for regular people to get your hands on. So if you don't know how to yield a sword, be handy with a buck knife, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? Do you know how to start a fucking fire outside?
I
can
do.
you purify water? Do you know how
I
to do
do.
these things? Can you
I can.
identify which shit you can eat off the tree?
Yes, I can. You
A-
know what I'm
the average motherfucker don't know how to do none of that
saying?
shit. And YouTube ain't gonna be available because the Wi-Fi will be off.
Peep game. Peep game though.
You can only live 3 days without water.
Peep
I mean,
game
I don't
though.
even think you can go 3 days. I don't
No,
even think you
peep
can go
game.
3 days without water.
Peep, peep game
Right.
though.
I know how to keep some water
I seen
clean.
this shit coming about a year, 2 years ago. I said I'm gonna get me a dog because for one, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna have something with me that was ready to give his life for me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got that dog.
I know.
When I was in the military, I paid very close attention to a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? How to hunt, how to hunt and gather, how to defend yourself, where to go to lay up, how to survive in the wilderness. I can survive in the wilderness, the desert, rainforest, wherever the fuck I land at. That's how I know how to survive. I know how to make me, you know what I'm saying, shelter. I know how to gather food, how to look for food, what to eat and what not to eat. You know what I'm saying? All that shit like that. I don't really care to even share that knowledge because I already know what's gonna happen. A bunch of these people is gonna kill each other within the first 30 days when some shit jump off. You know what I'm saying? If you survive after 30 days, it's on site because everybody gonna want what you got. But when you tuck yourself away in places that people just won't go, that's where you survive at. You know what I'm saying? I already knew this shit. I started gathering my shit, you know what I'm saying, about a year ago. Survival kits and shit, canned foods and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I make sure I keep gas in my car because I'm gonna go as far as I can go, which will take me about 500 to 600 miles on one tank of gas of where I need to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking back. I'm not going, oh, I missed this. My bag ready to go. You know what I'm saying? This is the first step right here. Taking the EBT, take away their food, see what they're gonna do. That gives us reason to come in there to disband the military into cities. You know what I'm saying? We gonna kill our own self. Well, I ain't gonna kill myself, but you know the people gonna kill their own self.
It's all about the population control to get the numbers down. They're doing a whole lot because it's not the resources ain't what we think it is. That's why they're making all this manufacturing all this fake food and shit.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
they gotta get rid of humanity the best way possible.
Not other populations.
Right. Stacy said they want the Caucasian population to grow because the Caucasians is getting bred out. Yeah, they're fitting all the baby makers is on Fenty and overdosing, and anybody that's left is seeking others. And once you have a baby by a other, a white race is a, what do they call them? They're not dominant, so they're gonna be changed.
Recessive
You have a baby
genes.
with they're recessive. So you have a baby with an Asian or a black, they're gonna look Asian or black. They're not gonna be white no more, and they don't like that. Another thing
They ain't gonna be
this
able
is
to. They ain't
from
gonna be able to
way
do nothing
back,
about it.
and
So
it goes back to
it's beyond that. It's
Yeah,
beyond that.
they're not gonna be able to do nothing
it's
about that
beyond
because
that.
the races is already mixed right now. Ain't no real pure blood left. You know what I'm saying? Basically to recover a whole race, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? All our DNA is all the same and shit. Because if you can go into the hospital and you need a transfusion or something like that, it don't matter if they're black, white, or whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? They want to maintain, like you said, they want to maintain the race, but it's too late for that. What they trying to do is what I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Beef is that they trying to downsize the population. What the problem is that it's so many people these days that are wrapped up in social media, computers, AI, all this other shit. The trait of hunting, gathering, and growing food and all that shit has
Is
been
at an
lost.
all-time low.
It's lost. It's only a couple people that know how to really actually do that in the world, that actually know how to survive in different climates and all that kind of shit like that. I still got the old school goose down feather jacket and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you want to give the booster take show a survival hunting training course?
Nah, nah. Because you know what? The reason why I say that is that, you know what I'm saying? Look, the generation before the last generation taught us how to fish, how to go get worms, how to go grow food and all that shit like that. The generation after that relied on grocery stores, all this shit like that. I had a conversation, you know what I'm saying, with a soldier when I was in the military, and I asked him, I said, what would happen if all the power shut down? Oh, it'll never happen. I said, you be first one of the motherfuckers and shit within the week that's gonna die. Because as soon as that
Right.
is, when you can't swipe that ATM card or whatever in the food stores is ravished and shit, you done. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna try to go get something what somebody else had, and then they're gonna kill you. Plain and simple. I gotta know you can't say that. They're gonna what they
Unalive
call,
you.
yeah, unalive you. You know what
Unalive
I'm
you.
saying? But me, I've been in the military since I was 18 years old, and I'm 50 something now. You think I didn't gain no knowledge all that whole time? You know what I'm saying? I went without for several days, food without and water without for several days. I know what to look for when I look for water, clean water, how to clean water. You know what I'm saying? If it's fucked up water, how to be able to get water from that. You know what I'm saying? To circulate the water to making sure that it's drinkable and shit like that. Not get to go out there and go certain trees, certain animals you can eat. You know what I'm saying? You have to cook them. That's just a little survival tip that I'm just gonna give out to the people and stuff. But depending on where you stay or where you at, you can survive. It's just you gotta protect yourself from the next motherfuckers. That's why they're trying to get rid of the gun laws and shit like that to prevent
No, I
motherfuckers
be
from
watching
going in the
niggas.
store to get
That's how I
guns and
learn stuff.
all that shit like that. Because they already know what's about to happen. That nigga D,
Yeah.
he's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? As long as the Lord wakes me up in the morning, I'll be able to eat, be able to survive, be able to do whatever I need to do. You know what I'm saying? To be able to make it to another day. And whoever ride with me, they're gonna be with me. But I do got several of them survival kits, got the water filtration things and shit like that, meals and shit, you know what I'm saying, for the calories and shit. That's another survival tip. You gotta work on your calories per day in order for your body to survive. You know what I'm saying? There's certain amount of calories that you gotta have, and we ain't talking about McDonald's and shit like that. There's certain, you know what I'm saying, foods that you gotta actually eat in order for your body to keep going because the fast food will shut your shit down because that's not real food. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. That's a survival tip for me for the day.
All right,
101.
all
Right.
right, all right. We got a new guy that just stepped into the building. He going by, as they say, Jamie. You know what I mean?
Jamie. Yeah.
So,
Jamie.
you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Booster Tech Show. This is
Thank you for
Wild
having me.
Wednesday. We coming up with the wildest and giving up the knowledge as usual for make people, you know what I'm saying, this year. Maybe a little sports today, but we ain't really talking about sports today. We just going in and enjoy talking life. So,
Okay.
Are
well,
we gonna finish our letter from last week?
man, y'all gotta let my voice get back. Shit. Yeah.
Are you gonna finish your letter from last week?
Fuck.
Hey, it's civil unrest already, starting with Lady Lex.
Let's just want you want to go in and talk about this man who fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Because I want to find out why he woke up in some new drawers.
You said gasoline draws.
Because the nigga threw up on himself from, you know what I'm saying? When he got to the homie house, he had throw up all over him. So the homie went and went, you know what I'm saying? But hold on, man. Give me 1 second. Let me find this email real quick.
Well,
I had to
before you start
start.
reading the email, I just want to put it out there. I don't care how much I done threw up, pissed, or something on myself. Leave my drawers alone. If I go to my homegirl's house and I wake up in some different panties, I'm gonna be very upset.
No, what didn't nobody say the next motherfucker put the draws on them? That's see your mind. You're
Well, somebody had to though.
Nah,
That's
nah.
right. You
See,
said he was so fucked up he woke up in some
no,
liquor store drawers. What happened? Who put the drawers on them?
no. He woke up. He threw up on himself. He spilled alcohol on
Yes.
himself, threw up on himself, and everything like that. That's what that term means. Nobody didn't
Oh,
replace his, you
And
know what I'm saying, his underwear and shit
he
like
went to
that.
his friend's house. Yeah,
exactly.
dude
So
went
I
to his
was
partner's
confused.
house.
Yes.
all
He
right.
showed up there with, man, that's regular
Okay, as
stuff,
we
bro.
said, he was like, "Hey, what's happening, guys? You know, I'm gonna
Wait,
explain." You know what I'm saying? He got into it. Him and his wife got into it. He drunk
watch.
4 bottles of Hennessy in 5 hours.
Come here. Come.
Went
How
back
many
to the
bottles again?
house, got into it again.
come.
4.
He says he doesn't want to say what he did because he really doesn't remember, but he think he knows what he did. So as we got to where he got to the homie house. where the homie is telling them like, dude, what the fuck was wrong with you? You get over here, you got Earl on it. Look at your car. It's throw up in the car. It's throw up all over you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Basically. So now, okay, as he's telling me all this stuff, I'm looking at me. You know, as he's telling, okay, tell me, there you go. The liquor store, Josh.
You forgot where you was at.
Okay.
You said dude woke up at his friend's house to a million text messages and missed calls from old girl in the liquor store boxers.
61 missed calls and all kind of text messages. So,
Come
and then that's it. You know what I mean? So, okay.
And she was being emotionally abusive by withholding sex
now, because him and the wife haven't had sex in 8 months, so he was frustrated. She's leaving a text messages telling him how he doesn't listen to her, that he's only worried about himself, and that he needs to be more caring. He doesn't take her out to eat anymore. He doesn't do anything because he hasn't been technically working for 3 years while she's been holding everything down. She's the more of the breadwinner and stuff and things. Okay, here we go. So, as he's going off on me, telling me everything about myself, up and down, reading me left and right, as they say, I'm starting to think maybe I can be the problem. Because waking up in a situation like this is not good when you at you at your childhood friend's house and he's looking at you, telling you about how you are you fucked up. And to be honest, I really did fucked up. I did something I shouldn't have did. I violated a marriage thing, not cheating. I did something a little bit kind of worse than cheating on the wife.
You cheat? Wait, you said what?
I put my hands on her father.
What?
Where did that come from?
So this is what
that didn't have nothing to do with the story.
Yes, it is.
You said
this is why. This is why he had left the house.
He put hands on his father.
He didn't say that.
He said they was having problems, and he doesn't really want to say why. So this is when he came back to the house off the liquor. Yeah, he fucked up. He opened palm.
When did he go back?
That day.
When did he go back to the house?
This was all that day.
Oh, he blacked out. He don't remember.
This is what these are the text messages he say. And how dare you put your hands on my father? You slapped him, you punched him, and you ridiculed him.
Nah, he must have. Did he? I mean, he a man, right? I'm just asking him. He had to get he ain't supposed to get. He got in another man's business.
You have to listen. Hold on. You have to listen. You can't cut in. Knowing this man's medical condition. Knowing that my father has dementia. Knowing that my father doesn't know where he's at half the time.
Nope.
So
he didn't know where he was at either. He was intoxicated. Nah,
that is true. He was intoxicated. He wasn't exactly thinking about her father's dementia.
All he
And
know
when
is
I
it's another
see
man
this,
approaching him.
when I see this text message that I did this to her father, I looked at it. How would I feel if she did that to my mother? But at the
I mean, you
same
can
time,
apologize for it.
I told her I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it, but she doesn't believe me. So I'm out here at my friend's house wearing some store-bought damn underwear because I had throw up all over
Some
myself.
liquor store boxers. Liquor store boxers.
I'm a grown ass man. I got
Stupid,
nowhere to
man.
go. I can't do shit. This car that I'm in is in her name, and the way how she feels, she might call the police, and this car might, me in the car will go to jail for elder abuse in a stolen vehicle. The way how
Oh,
she feels.
elder abuse.
Okay,
I told you it was elder abuse.
I wanna say this. Yeah, it is, but I mean, I'm still standing with dude. I'm still standing with dude. Now, I'm gonna say this because of course, that's one side of it. Where okay, if somebody having dementia, I do understand that. Just like or any other type of mental illness, but I also say that's not all the time.
Hold
And
on.
if you what
No, because he's about to break down some shit.
okay,
See, me,
the man hopped up.
hold on. Me, I'm a dude from the streets. I've been in the game, and I also know how to work legally. But let me stop. I wasn't built for certain things. I wasn't built for cleaning up human feces. I wasn't built for cleaning up human piss. As I agreed to let the father-in-law move into the house because of his medical conditions, I was not briefed and told about that this man likes to shit all over the house.
Oh, I see what
Not
kind of
That's
shitting
not,
in the bathroom on the toilet, but I could come out the room and he will be standing in the middle of the middle of the kitchen, booty ass naked,
bro.
shitting.
Bro, that's her responsibility. That's her father. Period. Even if they a couple, what I'm saying is the point that the two of them is arguing and whatever else took place. You understand what I'm saying? You feel me? As far as where her dad and stuff is concerned, her dad is under her care. You understand? Now, if that could be any of us. Now, okay, if you got an elder or somebody in the house, that's one thing. That is also an extra responsibility. But if you're sitting there arguing with your partner in a heated discussion, and especially if they intoxicated, and like I said, as far as dementia, shit, 1 minute he know who you is, the next minute he don't know and he's shitting on himself. Or he a man, 1 minute he realized, hey, you arguing with his daughter, or he just looking at it as you raising your voice with this woman. But either way, he interjects himself in your business. I'm not saying it was right, but if dude was at the point, if he was intoxicated to the point where he don't even remember any of that, all he remember is arguing with her.
Get away from that.
Now, this hold on. This situation has been going on for a while with him shitting all over the place. I try to talk to my wife about it. I tell her we've gotten, and the thing is,
she's supposed to be cleaning that up.
And the thing is that it only happens when it's me by myself or me with one of the youngest children at the house. When when the caregivers are there, nothing. But when there's no one here, just me by myself or one of the children, just you know what I'm saying? For some strange reason, he goes into this, has to be asshole naked, shitting somewhere.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like smearing it.
Dad is definitely sundowning. As somebody who's lived with people with dementia, he's definitely sundowning at different times of the day, which the wife is at work. It could happen when he starts to sundown. But if they agreed upon the father living in the home, that's both of their responsibilities that they take
But it
on
sounds
by
you
not.
know what it sounds. Yeah, now go ahead, Lady Lex. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was like, it just like, if they taken on the responsibility, and because either you put him in a home or you and give him 24-hour care and you put him in a home, or you take
Right.
the 24-hour care to your home. So
Right.
the antics that he's doing, they're responsible for. He just has to suck it up and clean it up. My dad had was living with my grandfather, and when grandpa would have accidents on himself, and even if it was a number one or a number two, my dad would have to clean it up, because if he's there with my grandfather and grandpa poops all over himself, he just cleans it up and moves on. That's the responsibility of
But
you staying. What'd you say?
what was the reason for him? What was the reason? Like, I'm saying, because again, not talking about us, but they leaving gaps in the story. So it's like, what made him take off on the dad? Did the dad, like I said, try to intervene when they was arguing? Did he jump up all of a sudden and try to take a shit? You know,
Yeah.
is she explaining why he hit him?
All he goes
I'm
on
trying
is
to, because
like
it just seemed like, yeah.
he goes on and says that this shitty situation hasn't just been happening for a week or two. It's been going on for about 6 months.
You know
Okay.
what? You know what? All right.
And
Go ahead.
Let me interject something right. Okay, so they probably been something been mentioned. They probably been talking about it, and it's been going into arguments. You already said that for about 2 or 3 years that he hasn't been working. Now, what I'm kind of getting the picture of is that since you're not working, you can look out after him certain times of the
Right,
day. So
right,
what's happening is that he's not really computing about what you said, the sundown, to where that he's certain episodes of the times of the day or something. He's probably coherent when certain people are around, but then when certain other people are around, he's not coherent because it's like, what I'm saying, whatever's going on. And he's thinking that he's doing it on purpose, but he's probably not. But he, when he first probably moved there and he was like, well, shit, you know, every time the people here to help him, he don't do that shit. But then when it's
he
just
only
me and
doing it
him,
from the hour, yeah, before you get home, he do it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? He only doing this like when there, you know what I'm saying, man, that's kind of shady or something. Well, you shouldn't have a problem with it. Because you know what I'm saying, we married and that's your father-in-law. But
Yep.
voices got escalated because he probably not understanding that shit, you know. Sometimes you gotta read up on shit to find out what the
Right.
full scope of something is, to find out what you actually dealing with before you start volunteering for something. She probably don't want her pops in a 24-hour facility. Probably can't afford that shit because that shit costs money. You know what
They
I'm saying?
really do.
And then you ain't working, and that lessens the income because the income that's coming in, you know what I'm saying, has to go toward the care of the other father and stuff, which I I kind of disagree with you, Tycoon, about that. If they married, it's both of their responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's how I kind of feel about that situation. Because if I was married
No,
and
no,
my
I understand.
but it,
That's not what I said. But at the point where they arguing, I'm just talking about in the way the story was told. They was
oh
arguing, and the argument, the foundation of the argument had to do with the fact that, okay, yeah, you ain't been working these last 3 years, but I want to remind everybody, including those that wasn't here for the first part of the story, they've been married 20 years.
yeah,
They've been married 20 years. Dude had been taking care of her the whole time. So again, I'm not saying that like, oh, it's all on her or nothing. Well, honestly, in a relationship, like you said, they supposed to come together. And with them coming together, going back to what my first statement was, she not in a position. Who is she to be holding out on him in any way? Even giving
yeah,
him attitude. I ain't past the sex. Don't even give a nigga attitude, because like you said, at the end of the day, this is your person. And like you said, okay, if this is the person, you can't depend on nobody else to look after your dad or anything else, vice versa. Y'all got to come together and make it work. Don't
yeah,
try to run the high horse, because all of a sudden, like I said, what if he got laid off? Dude had a
yeah.
whole career. So
Yeah.
in the midst of
I
that,
think he snapped.
if I was working somewhere if I was working somewhere for 20 years, and we was married, I was paying for everything. Then all of a sudden, hey, I get laid off. I'm looking for work. It's not really happening. You know what I mean? That don't mean that you treat him as less than a man. That's my point.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not
You're
even
right.
that
You're
you
right.
treat them less than a man. It sounds like she got a lot going
Based
on
off of
too.
her
Her dad,
conversation, no, yeah, no, I know, but based off of her conversation, it
So
is,
hold
because she
on.
looking at him like,
Let me
well, you
finish.
not doing this and you not doing that.
It's a little bit more. Let me finish. So he goes on and saying this been going on for around 6 months. He's been doing this, and like I said, it only happens when it's me and my youngest son is in the house. I don't understand it.
You see, you
It
see
Get
the
down
don't
some
baby
make.
mouth.
shit note itself.
It's like, you know, I came from a very hard field. I was in the game. I was messing around, and then I got a person that blessed me and taught me how to do underwater welding. And I made a good living off that underwater welding.
See, yeah, that's
So,
crazy.
so I gave this woman I've known since 1991 damn near anything she could ever ask for. She
Come
didn't have to
on.
do nothing. She went to school over the internet while she raised our children, while I was out there putting my life on the line in the water, building and repairing bridges, going state to state, working on things, making sure everything, being a stand-up individual. But none of that is to be said, because that's just me trying to justify my statement on being wrong. I cannot admit, oh, y'all have enough room. I can admit that I was wrong for putting my hands on her father, because but at the same time, when my parents were sick, she didn't have to take care of them. They was being took care of by other siblings. She
He
has other
snapped.
siblings, but whatever. For some reason, nobody can do anything. Fun.
Snapped. That's what happened. He probably was drinking. They got into an argument and he just
Right.
snapped and blacked out. You know what I'm
So
saying? Probably put hands on it, the kid, her, you know what I'm saying? Him, the father,
so
whoever else, the
He
shit, the
and he the only
dog, the bird.
he the only one
so
taking care of her father too, like nobody else.
nobody
No,
else,
it was a
but
caregiver. I thought it was a
it's a
caregiver.
yeah,
caregiver.
we have.
It's a caregiver. It was a caregiver.
It sounds like
The father. It was a caregiver. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot. The pops is ill. The pops is sick.
It sounds like they have part-time care. Like when my dad had dementia, people would only come over like 9 to 5 to help him out.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
nighttime, it was us.
Yeah.
yeah.
Same thing with my
The
grandfather.
daytime,
And the rest of
and
the
then
time, my dad had to do
I'm
it.
gonna skip a few and I'm gonna skip a few. Now, this is one time why we don't really have a full-time caregiver anymore.
Where's the mail?
Her father came out of his room with nothing on and said, "Ha cha 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 cha, would you like to suck it?" to the kid.
The hell? What kind of story is this?
Man, this shit getting wild and wild
Hey,
and shit, man. They
He
need to make a
seems like he
TV
been wanting
series
to
of this
beat
shit.
Daddy up. He been wanting to
This-
put hands on Pops. That's what it sounds like. Because they got a lot of other problems. Because mainly, like I said, if you've only been sexless for 8 months, she got a lot going on. Her daddy's sick.
So
There's
yeah,
shit
but
in the kitchen.
now,
Yes,
yeah, but
yes,
men operate a little different because he frustrated already about the work, not being able to work. She acting different. You feel
she
me?
ain't
I'm just
giving him
saying, like,
none.
that's not a good.
as I
She
said,
not
I'm
giving
not
him
built
none.
for this. This is not part of my resume in life.
Wait.
Yeah.
18
I,
months he's been a truck driver
Cha-cha-cha.
and been out the house. I'm
this
just saying. He could have did an
this
18-month
He was an
truck
underwater
driver.
welder.
he's
Truck drivers make
underwater
good
welder.
money.
You
That
know how much they make?
Underwater welder. He
Yes,
fixing
but you ain't
he
done it in
fixing
over a
bridges and
year.
shit.
But you ain't doing
that's
it no
like
more.
about 90 to about 150, 180,000 a year.
But
You know
you
what
ain't
I'm
doing
saying?
it no more. And it's been 3 years now since you've been doing it. So we got to leave that in the
Then
past.
You
then the pot
no.
he have an
Alexis, you
episode.
sound very just like long as it's good, it's all good with me. But as soon as
Right.
it gets bad, you got a time
Right.
limit. You
That's
on time.
that's what she
You
said
gotta go.
last
You on
time.
time.
That's what she said last time. You know what I'm saying? So if I cook and the food is good and then I mess up one time, you ready to just dump somebody. You can't even make that chicken no more, that baked chicken or gumbo no more, or something. It's a little too salty. It's over with, huh? Huh, Lady Lex?
You don't have to leave him, but I'm just saying you can't be milking that. I used to work as an underwater welder and make $100,000 a year. You don't do that no
I'm
more.
the
It's been
reason
3
he
years.
is the reason you have the career you have now, because while I was doing all that underwater welding, you was at home you was able to go to the schools and get your degrees so you can sit back and chill.
Oh, you've been home
No.
3 years. The
See
fuck you been
that's
doing?
when you
You didn't. He's
that's
been
when
home
you
for
only
3 years.
marrying for the fucking it's not letting you get Jazzy to the stage. Jazz trying to come on, it's not letting me get her on the stage. Jazzy,
Who?
I can't get you on.
There's too many people on here. It's already
Yeah,
there.
we maxed out.
We
We
deep.
maxed out. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jazzy,
You
you
can
stuck in
watch
the
the
green
chat.
room.
Well, she
Sorry.
wanted to come. She wanted to come up in there, boy. So she can put a little comment back up, Lady Lex. You know what I'm saying? That's what she wanted to do.
See,
Hold
but
on.
Here, hey,
Hold on.
I'm
Let me
a
bring
back
you
out
up.
so she can get in because I ain't got no
You know what
It's
input.
like
I'm saying? Leave it. You ain't doing what you used to do. You ain't getting nothing. And plus, on top of that, it's done for you. It's over. You know what I'm saying?
Why they all jump out? What happened?
Hey, look. The truth is the truth, though.
everybody know
They
what
can't
up.
handle the
Jazzy, where
truth.
you at?
They can't handle the truth.
They didn't let me in.
It's you in now, Jazzy.
Oh,
And
but
I
where's
don't know,
Lexus?
Alexis left. Jay.
3
All
people
right.
just left. Okay, he back.
And yep, I sure did come to back up
That was an
Alexis.
accident.
You're so right about that.
Where Alexis at? Tell where Alexis go to. So, shit. Hold on. Let me get back to this shitty situation. So,
Come on, man.
Oh my
Hey, that shit crazy.
okay. So basically, Jasmine, this is we got an email came in from a guy who blacked out. He blacked out, woke up at his partner's house, and some liquor store draws. And his wife and his children are pissed off at him because him and his wife been together for 20 plus years.
Come here.
The majority for over 30 years, but they've been married for 20. You know what I'm saying? They've been together since 1991.
Come.
They have five children.
Drop it.
And
how many grandkids?
He was either a street dude, and then he had him a career of an underwater welder for 20 years.
No.
Fixing bridges and shit, nigga. That's crazy.
Fixing bridges underwater in many states.
You hungry?
Getting that coin, taking care of her. She was able to go to school, get whatever degree she got, to where now she makes the majority of the coin, and he's been at home chilling with the rest of the new kids, living off the finances he was making, and then he said little side jobs from here and there, but it's not no real job. Him and his wife haven't had relations in over 8 months. They was arguing over the lack of relations and finances of somewhat, and then he left, had him a lot of drinks, and he came back. And then when he came back, the argument continued, and he somehow slapped his father-in-law and punched his father-in-law and berated his father-in-law. But the father-in-law has dementia. And the wife was texting him after he left, talking all kind of being very hostile. It was over 60 texts and over 50-something missed calls. He wakes up at the homie's house with throw up and shit, and then some liquor store draws. Then he's breaking down the shit that's been going on for the last 6 months. The pop's been shitting all over the house, but only shits through the house when there's no one there but him and the youngest child. Not when the caregiver's around, but one time he came out the room in a full towel, whipped the towel off, said, ha, cha, 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 won't you like to suck it? To the caregiver.
Hey, I'm gonna do that on Halloween. Fuck that. I'm doing that shit.
So, you have been caught up. You've been caught up.
Okay, that was a lot, but I watched the last show. Oh, really?
So,
hold on.
I'm right now very confused and not understanding how this woman is not letting me back in the house and threatening to have the police on me and all these other things. Yeah,
he bought the house.
I was wrong for slapping and punching dude, but at the same time, I've been trying to explain these things to her for a while, and she's not been taking it no heed.
Get off
of me.
That's what I was.
I'm backed up.
Yeah.
4 times.
Yeah, and people got to understand. Well, backed up mean that he got a high level of testosterone at the moment. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's just like niggas going to the gym. Yeah, you'd be surprised what you could do. You
Then go
understand
in the
what I'm saying?
shower and go in the
No,
shower
no,
and rub
no,
one
no.
out.
See, hold on. No, see, hold on. And what you talking about, you need to understand this. You're not a man. And that's why I'm trying to say about the whole relationship thing, because to be honest, he could do that and that still ain't enough. And that don't have nothing to do with, like we said, the overall, even if you want to call it emotional abuse, because it ain't just like we said, it ain't just about her withholding sex. But in addition to that, if you living with somebody and the whole environment is different, you gonna put the same way that we hear women when they talk about, oh, they don't feel appreciated, or it's a lot, dealing with these kids all day and this and that. A man, he's going through that too, and she's not recognizing it. That's the point that I was trying to make. And the fact that the father is in law lives with them is a whole nother thing. Okay, I'm the oldest sibling. I'm the oldest of three kids. Okay, I'm the oldest of three kids. This story sounds similar to something that went on in my family, because my dad went from working and stuff to him more taking care of us. He was still working part time, but then a situation came up where my grandfather needed to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And then it switched. And like you were saying, it was the same thing. There was a caregiver that would come during the day, but the rest of the time, in between time, it was on my dad or me. I was like 12, 13 at the time. You know what I'm saying? It was on us to look out for my grandfather. And, it was so many hours until my mom would come home. But even then, like you said, a person working a full time job, they coming home, they coming home to deal with
Yeah.
the basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which is making sure the kids are straight. As long as even grandpa, as long as he didn't do nothing, okay, everything is straight. But she wasn't really doing nothing. So I could understand where that could be frustrating for somebody, you know.
And
But again, that's not excusing it, because he shouldn't have been drinking. If he should have left, he should have just stayed gone while he was drinking, I guess. But again, even in that state, as his partner, if she knows how he is, and she obviously does, because in the messages she was being accountable for her actions, like, well, yeah, I've been treating you this way because of this. But it's like, okay, you got to think about the effects that's going to have. That's all I got to say. I think they need to work that out.
so, so
They definitely need some space from each other, because you slap my daddy. I don't care what you say or what is going
Yeah,
on
yeah, no,
with
agree.
him,
Come on. Come on.
but he's definitely
We
going to
can
have to
drive.
take
Come on.
some. I agree. He needs to take some time away from the house because you slapped my daddy, and regardless of what, that's still an elder, and you can't be slapping my daddy. Um, and she is obviously going through a lot that explains, like, you know the whole dynamic relationship done change, and especially with the addition of the daddy, and you worried about fucking. You can take, it's only been
No,
8
no,
months.
no.
no,
He
ain't nobody
he
worried about
admitted.
fucking.
Hold
He
on,
admitted.
because you just
Yeah.
talked the whole time and nobody interrupted you. So let her finish.
Damn.
Exactly. So nobody. So either way it goes, what I get from it, he's up here bitching because the main point of him starting the story was that he was sex deprived from his wife, and you talking about all this other shit and what you used to do and stuff like that. Well, that's, you're not doing that now, and this is what's going on today, and you still slap my
But
daddy.
he said he was
So
wrong.
so then he's going to have to accept accountability, and he's going to have to step away from the house for a while. If it takes her 6 months to get over the relation, get over him
God
slapping my
damn.
daddy to save this marriage, then that's just what it's gonna be. You was wrong, so you need to step away from the relationship for a moment. And
From
sex
his own
definitely ain't
house.
getting
I'm
that.
just making sure I understand. Yeah,
And like I
I'm
said,
talking about his house though, because that's his house.
oh well.
Okay, but the police can say where if you abuse an elder that's a sick person, the police can take you to jail. You can have a time away from the house voluntarily
Or permanently.
No,
or because of the police, because regardless of
we
the
know
fact
that, but
you hit
she is she ready to divorce him?
an
No,
elderly
no.
person,
Listen, we understand.
that's a crime.
Yeah. Okay, so that she's ready to put him in jail and divorce him. That's
But
what we
you
trying to figure out.
but I
Now,
didn't say that. I said that he needs to be accountable for what he did. He says just saying sorry isn't enough. You have to be willing to, okay, well, I'm going to go get me a room for a few days and let the situation cool down. Or I'm going to have to rent some couch space from my partner till the situation dies down and I make steps to get back in her good graces because you slept her sick ass daddy.
Okay. So,
No, I get what you're saying.
wait,
I'm
hold
just
on, hold
asking for
on, hold on.
clarification.
I'm gonna try to finish this up. So the day I stayed at I was over at the homeboy's house. I called my cousin. I called my female cousin. I called a couple of my male cousins, and they came over. Uh, I explained to them what I remember what was happening because I was being childish. These are the things that they told me I was being childish. The reason I was being childish, these are the things that I was doing. I was so irritated from him shitting on the floor and pissing all over the place and smearing it
You're
and
over
me
here.
having to clear this shit up. I didn't do that for my mother. I didn't do that for my father when they was sick and they wasn't sick like that. And I didn't put my wife through that. And it's just that I'm thinking to myself, why am I have to go through this and why this only happening when it's just me there? So I'm I'm an asshole. As I'm cleaning this shit up, the ice tray is dropping ice. So I start picking the ice up and throwing it at him.
He snapped.
Okay, can I chime in? Because that's still abuse. Like, why are you abusing him? He has dementia, so he's like a child. Think about if your little 1 year old child, yeah, you might get him a whooping, but that's not like your actual child. You don't have the right to be abusing somebody. If you got an issue with it, then you should have never let him move into the house. If that's y'all house together, that's a decision that y'all made together. So once you married her and you
Yeah,
accepted that, then you got to accept everything that comes with it. Otherwise, yeah, they need to not be together. And he wrong.
yeah, no,
Just
it
like
happened while he
when
was
I was,
drunk.
hold on, I'm not
It happened
finished.
when he was drunk.
That's not an excuse for bad behavior. Okay. So
Right.
let me finish, please. Thank you. Um, I listened to y'all other show and stuff, and y'all wanted to bring up abuse. She abusing him by not giving him sex and stuff, but now y'all don't want to recognize this abuse. That
Ain't
he's
nobody said
abusing
not
an elder.
recognizing. He admits
So
he's
just,
wrong.
but didn't he take time to go get drunk and go sit by the park or wherever he was at and drank all that Hennessy and shit and got drunk, woke up in new drawers and shit at another nigga house, which is weird. But he took his time. Why he can't give her time? I need time to get over this.
I
What's
mean,
wrong with that?
he clearly is dealing with the transition of him being an underground. I mean, he has been like unemployed for 3 years, but I mean, he's clearly having trouble accepting like his role right now of taking care of her father instead of being this welder. So the whole transition from one thing to another, despite how long the time was, is messing with him, which is probably why he got drunk in the first place.
And that's understandable. I know like men got a lot of pride and stuff, and when you're not the breadwinner, you might fall into a state of depression and stuff, but that still doesn't excuse your bad behavior. If you got a
Yeah,
problem with your situation, what you gotta do? Get the fuck up and do something about it. That's on you.
Yeah,
It's been
but
three
he don't
years.
know
It's been
why
three
he hit her.
years.
No, but we talking about as far as the elder abuse, he doesn't recall why he hit him or what happened. All he remembers was that he was arguing with his wife. That's
And
what
he
like
need
we
to
saying.
stop
So
drinking.
no, I agree. I mean we can like you said, alcohol, and he's taking accountability because he don't remember doing it. That's what
One thing,
all I was trying to say.
one thing that he did mention was that he was cleaning up after the father, and ice shit was hitting the floor, and he said he was throwing at him. That is elder abuse. But what I think in the moment was that, you know what I'm saying, either he was drinking or maybe he wasn't. He snapped. You know what I'm saying? All that pressure, all that shit, whatever he was going through or whatever, it all came to head that one time. And then that's when all the shit just flew over. Yes, he was wrong. He was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, in the whole package, if you married and shit, you know what I'm saying, that comes with the whole package or whatever. That's even if you have a disabled child or something, it's both of y'all responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, you think about it. If you marry somebody and their parents or something, you commit to that person and devote yourself to that person. Whatever package that comes with that person comes with it, the good or the bad. They even say it in the marriage and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying that he admitted that he was wrong for what he did. I think what had happened was that it was a reaction of wasn't thinking. You know what I'm saying? If it was a time that where he could have just walked off and then thought about the whole situation, the reaction and the outcome would have probably been different. Maybe he was drinking at that time and he just fucking just lost it and just start throwing ice cubes at and thinking about the past 6 months and all this shit and that. That is elder abuse. I would never do no shit like that. I would probably just sit old boy down, put some TV on or something, give her a call and say, look, I need to, you know what I'm saying, what time is you coming home? I need to, take a little breather or something because, this starting, I'm being overwhelmed and shit. He said that he talked to her several times, but she wasn't listening. So I believe they was both of their faults that led up to the situation, not just to put blame on one person. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't never took care of a person that had dementia or anything like that, or any kind of disabled, uh, something disabled or something like that, certain people can't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? You seeing somebody when you met that man was talking to you, hey, take care of my daughter, make sure this and that, and all of a sudden now he acting like he about 1 or 2 or 3 years old or something. You can't deal with that. And then you done lost your job. You probably those comments that probably been said or something about you not working and this and that. So shit then led up. He ain't getting none. She probably ain't cooking. He probably cooking some other shit. He's taking the role as a homemaker and shit like that. And then seeing that what you said about I think Lady Lex said something about the sundown or something like that. They had the episodes or something or whatever might just be what it is. It probably just an episode that he had and shit. But when he said he came out the door acting like that, was she there when he came
The
out?
care, the caregiver. None of these acts that happens is done when the wife is home. Only mainly just him and the youngest son. But he came
So she
out
probably
one
don't even
time
know that.
with the caregiver, and he came out in a towel from the room while the caregiver was sitting on the couch and whipped the towel off and said, "Hey, cha cha cha, would you like to suck it?"
Yeah, I don't know,
I'm
man.
sorry. It's kind of
That,
funny,
that
but
that's a little much right there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. My dad had dementia, and he didn't live with me, but I did help with taking care of him. And like, it would be some crazy stuff sometimes, but you roll with the punches. At the end of the day, and look, if anybody would have put their hands on
Get
my
over here.
daddy, it would have been a whole different
I
story.
said,
Y'all would
get
have been
over
bailing
here.
me out of jail.
Come. Let me
So,
make you famous. Come here.
so,
Get
and
over
that's
here. Give me
damn
something.
it, I ain't lost the
Spit it
fuck.
out.
Okay. Well, as he
But
said, he
if
was
I
talking
can,
with
I
with
did
his
want to touch.
cousins. He
I
talked with his
wanted to touch
cousins
on
and
some of the
stuff,
other stuff.
Now,
huh?
Well, y'all go ahead because I
children,
don't really know where y'all at, but I
millions
did
of
want to
years,
touch on some of the other stuff y'all talked about in the last show because
millions
I
of
did
years.
listen to it
You stop that. You hear me?
About
Stop.
okay.
Okay.
about this
Let me
story.
Good.
let me
I'm gonna take
try to
you in there.
finish
I'm gonna let
this
you
real
eat.
quick.
Okay?
So my cousins told me, especially my one cousin who is a nurse in a elderly facility. She's like, motherfucker, you're lucky you ain't in jail right now. And how stupid can you fucking be? You let that shit get to you that badly that you throwing ice. You acting like a fucking child to a grown man who doesn't have it, who is not in his right fucking mind. What kind of childish ass bullshit you on? You better beg that girl that she let you back in the house, because really, you stupid as fuck and pathetic, and you need to find yourself.
Yeah, they need some time apart, man. He need to really think about that. You
Be,
know, but
because the stuff that you're crying about is not big enough to do what you did. You got something wrong with you that you need to check about yourself. Yeah, you and her need to talk. Probably y'all need to go get some counseling together. But before y'all go to counseling together, nigga, go fix yourself. This is what his cousin said. And he's like, so I'm trying to figure out, and he go, I don't know when she gonna let me back in the house, but I'm hoping soon. I haven't talked to her in a week.
that might
It
be a
ain't it
long
ain't nothing.
pause, bro.
It ain't
He,
nothing to talk about.
he's definitely
No,
It,
impatient because you slapped my sick daddy. It's gonna take longer than a week.
it's nothing to talk about. Like you said, you feel me? I mean, if the situation based off of if they had previous conversations for the last 8 months, 6 months when the dad was there, and then they was even having conversations
Are you
before the
still
dad
there?
got there. So I mean, I don't know if like you said, yeah, if she wasn't listening all that time, I mean, or willing to, if she didn't see where he was coming from before, I do agree he should have been, I guess trying to separate himself. I mean, that's typically not in our nature
What's
to
going
do.
on? Is no one talking?
Huh?
Can
Hello.
you not hear
I
any? Can you not hear anybody?
Oh no, I can't. I couldn't hear nobody.
Oh, can you hear us now?
Now I can hear you.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, shit. God damn it.
Hey, we still here though. We still here.
Wait. All right, I'm back. Thought I lost everybody.
Party foul.
Okay.
Party foul. I mean,
All right,
if
hold on.
dude, like you
Everybody's
said,
back. Jazz, are you there? Oh,
Yeah, I
shit.
got kicked out. I was on the elevator.
Okay. Um,
I mean,
it's
if dude, it they should have figured it out before it got to that point. Before it
get
got
from
to
over
that
there.
point, like you said, if if in the last 8 months or even the 6 months, like you said, once the dad got there, if they were having conversations and if he feels that he wasn't being heard, you're absolutely right. He should have started making changes then. You
Right.
know, um, and that's just like I said. That's just if he feel that he wasn't being heard. All the other stuff, it would have never got to that point.
I think
But
I think it's
unfortunately,
I think it's a lack of listening on both ends. And then, but with
right,
him,
Get
he
that.
let the snowball effect take over him, and he crashed out. He ain't been he hasn't been
Yeah.
paying attention to the show
Get
properly.
over here.
He
Get that.
crashed out.
Get over.
And like I said, no matter how good that feel when you crash out, the consequences of your crash out is going to be way more than the good feeling you get from you letting whatever off your steam off you. Because now he's damn near lost his family. He's damn near lost his family.
He would have damn near. I understand what you're saying, but to be honest, as a man with kids, if you put in that position, and with the way things go nowadays, you already at that point you already have lost. And that's not an excuse. What I'm saying is that's why I said if him and her, if the relationship started getting funny, before 8 months prior, he should have, if he felt he wasn't being heard, then he should have made preparations. If in 6 months when the dad gets there and they're having conversations and he felt that he wasn't being heard, he really should have made started making plans. Now, like I said, as a man too, we talking about him having to give up everything that he just built. So like you said, that can be hard, and that, sometimes you're like, okay, I'm gonna ride it out. And like you said, he tried to ride it out, but it ended up being a snowball effect. That's all. That don't necessarily mean that he is wrong. But again, it's hard to, like you said, you just built a family. You damn near got grandkids. You feel me? They've been together 20-some years. So, like you said, some people look at it as, hey, this is where I'm going to be for the rest of my life.
He fucked up. He shouldn't have. He fucked up. He throwing eyes, the slap, all that was way past. And that was way past. I ain't married. I've never been married, so I really can't speak on a marriage because I don't know about that. I know about having a baby mama, being together with somebody and creating a child, and that shit didn't work. And I know about having a girlfriend, but not no marriage. I don't know about having a wife. I never been nobody's husband. You feel me? You know what I mean? So it's certain shit that
10 years. If you've been with somebody,
and it's like, to me with homeboy, you sound like a kid on certain shit, homeboy. You sound like a kid. But at the same time, the wife seems to be like holding something against him when she was trying to, while he was taking care of everything, she might not all the way been happy. Because as soon as the things is not going away for him, she kind of start
after 3 years.
And she leveled up. She leveled up.
It's been 3 years. Y'all forgetting it's been 3 years that he's had a job.
Alexis, he took care of this woman for over 20 years before he had that job. He was in the game in the streets. When she got pregnant, she didn't have to do nothing. He ran into a person that became his mentor who put him on with that. He was in the game handling. She didn't do shit from 1991 till 2023.
Now let me ask you a question. She didn't do shit because it's them kids raised?
Exactly.
Was that house clean?
Because as Alexis saying, him taking care of the kids and doing it for the father don't mean shit for the last 3 years. So it don't mean nothing because Alexis said
aren't these kids grown at this point?
No. Alexis said that him being at home while she's the one going to work don't mean shit.
I didn't say
that.
They
got younger kids.
Yes, you did, Alexis.
I didn't say that. But him trying to still hold on to what he did for the last 20 years, that's what he accepted, though.
So his 3 years that he's not working at the house, working at the job, but taking care of the family, the kids getting them through the rest and the grandkids doesn't equal to her not working for 17 the 20 something years, and he was doing it. Now he's doing it for 3 years. it's not. It don't matter. While she
No,
was
it
doing
does.
it
It
all.
does equate. It's the same thing.
So
However, I'm
that's
chiming
how
in on the
I
fact
feel.
that you saying that she didn't do nothing. Like it's being a parent is
No, I said that
24/7.
being funny because the way Alexis is like, well, he's not working for 3 years, so he can need to get he needs to stop doing it. She
And that's
wasn't doing.
But
and that's what the
he's trying
female
to,
said, like he wasn't doing
but he
nothing.
was, but he
The
was
wife
trying
acted
to.
like he didn't do nothing.
The wife was at. The wife was like, first of all, that's the woman he picked. So it's like you can't be too critical of her. This is what you accepted, and you knew what her personality was. Because if it was my man and he was at home taking care of the rest of the children and helping me out with my dementia father and having to deal with the bullshit that comes when my daddy is sundowning, I would be more appreciative. But she seems like she's bothered with it because she's talking hella shit. But it's like, and then he's like, oh, well,
I'll be back.
she's got an attitude about the thing. So this is the woman that you picked. You knew she was selfish. But I'm just saying, like, you can't be complaining. What are you going to be complaining about? Okay, I appreciate you holding me down for the last 20 years, and now I done leveled up. But it's
Shout
like, what
out
the
to
fuck?
Lex for calling her selfish. Shout out to you. That was a move.
But I'm just saying, like, I would be more appreciative of my man. But it sounds like she has bigger things than just he hasn't worked in 3 years. But these are the things that she's complaining about. So this is the woman that you picked. You knew her personality before you knocked her up,
What?
before you chose to stick around for 20 years. You knew that this is how her personality was. Because no
You know
nigga
what?
can never say nothing about that about me.
Hey, can I interject something right quick? Maybe it wasn't like that in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Because he
Maybe
was taking care of everything.
maybe it was to where that, you know what I'm saying? Look, the one thing that I do disagree with y'all about is that if he was working, he was doing this and that. When he came home, he didn't spend no time with the kids. He didn't pick up no parent responsibilities. I'm quite sure that he probably did.
Can you
You
back
know what
down?
I'm saying? But
Huh?
Probably did,
the thing about
but
it,
Are
all
you
day
coming
as
back now?
opposed to a couple of hours, and spending time with
now
your
look,
kids is not a
now look,
What
job,
is your
look,
but
son?
taking
Yes.
care of them
I
is a
thought you,
job.
look.
as long as you
I
was
had a
up there,
job.
I
I
thought you
had
had
many
made something for
jobs,
him to
and
go
I
with the
got
thing.
3 kids.
Hold on, because
I'm
I
just
can't hear
asking.
you.
I thought
All right,
you, that's
so
why I tried
I
to
got
ask
3 kids.
earlier. This don't have nothing to do
I
with it.
work majority of
See,
all the
I was
time.
waiting on
But
you all, so you
when
want me
I
to come
got off
upstairs
work,
now?
I made sure that once I hit the door, I spent time with them kids with homework, doing this
Yeah,
and that,
I know.
of other things
None of
that
this other
she
stuff
didn't
either.
do. You know what I'm saying? Feed them. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that we alternated on cooking and stuff like that. I did most of the stuff, but the only thing I was the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? I do kind of disagree with that, even though because them kids wasn't at home all day unless you got newborns. They was at school. You know what I'm saying? By the time they get out of school, I'm getting off work. You know what I'm saying?
But do the
So
house still need to be clean? Do food still got to get cooked? Do I still got
I
to
was
mentally
cleaning
sit
too.
down and
I
figure
was
out these
doing that
bills
too.
and all that stuff?
No, I was still
I mean,
doing that
but
too. I was paying
if
bills.
you shared the responsibility, but you talking about, let's say, like 75% as opposed to 25% at a time. Like if she doing it 75% of the time, like that is still a job. I'm not saying she couldn't
No,
have worked,
I'm
had a
not saying that.
part-time job or anything like that, but it's still a job to take care. I have
No,
a 3-year-old and I work
I'm
from
not
home.
saying that.
You know how
I'm not
hard it
saying that.
is?
I would like to know if how old them kids was that they had because if they was in kindergarten, preschool, first grade, second grade, high school, and stuff, a majority of the time they wasn't at home. You know what I'm
But
saying?
think about
And then
anytime something go wrong with them. If that school call, who got to run up there? If they get sick,
shit, I did.
who's more
Okay.
than likely on a more than likely basis? So who's
The
if they
mama,
get sick, who gonna come up and go take care of them while they sick? Stay up with
the
them all
mama,
night. Be at the hospital all night. Who
me,
if that school call, who gonna probably run up there when it's time
me.
to breastfeed? All
Men
that
do
stuff.
that
Like
too,
so,
though.
Oh no,
it don't.
Men,
I
I'm
ain't
not
doing that
saying that
part.
don't. We
well,
talking
hey,
majority. We
breastfeeding.
talking
I
majority
don't
of
do
the
that
time.
part.
We
Look,
talking
Hey,
look,
majority of the time.
look, look.
I help her and stuff. You know what I'm saying? With propping him up and stuff, and making sure wherever needs to be hooked up need to be hooked up and stuff. But you know what I'm saying? That other part, I can't do that. I'm a man. But
Now, but
And would
see,
you make
at
and
the
would you make him feel like less than a man, Stacy? That's what I'm
no,
asking.
I'm
Just like you
not. First of
said,
all, this
the
ain't
same way how
Stacy.
Lexi said, oh, excuse me. I mean, who is it?
Jazzy.
Jazzy, my bad. What yeah, that's why I was just trying to understand the same thing that Lex was saying, like how do I mean, would you treat him any different because he's not working and taking care of your dad and the kids now? Because he's doing all those things
No,
that you're talking
I
about
no, I
if
think
he's
it
doing it for
equates.
the younger
I think
kids.
it equates. However, before the dad
Okay.
moved in and stuff, wasn't it still like 2.5 years of him not working before the? I don't know exactly when the dad
it was
moved in.
issues.
Within this 3 years of not working, was it
It
immediately after not working?
it was
No, yeah,
issues. He said it.
two and a half, two and a
Yeah,
Okay,
he
half
said it
so
years.
was issues.
so
Hey,
so let
look,
me ask you a question.
hey,
What's wrong, baby?
look.
Hold
I
on.
don't know the water
Blow it,
welding
mama.
field and how is your job, and you know what I'm saying. But I'm figuring Cat is
What?
about 50 years old. How long can you be underwater 50
It's
something years
on.
old with that shit? So he might have got aged out. You know what I'm saying? He ain't
But you
great
could
now.
do something though.
He
So you
still,
you
like he
telling
said,
me
he
you
still
as a
has an
man, you ain't
income
got no
coming in.
income. You gonna sit
He's
around for 2.5 years and not
he's
go out there and find
he's
something to do?
he
All right.
still has an income coming in. It's not as substantial as it was before, but he still had an income coming in. Plus, he
He's on
does
retirement.
odd jobs, whatever that is.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, but see,
Okay.
I don't agree with her like belittling him or talking down on him or making him feel any less of a man because he's not working. But at the same time, too, we don't see what's going on in their everyday household. And
Exactly.
sometimes it's the
Yeah.
mind state of the person. So if you got somebody that you like, okay, he really trying. And even if my husband would come to me and say, hey, you know what, I
It's
lost
open.
my job and I'm gonna take a break. I've been working for 20 years. I'm gonna take a break. I ain't even gonna look for a job for 6 months. I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, take that break. Good. I got us
That's
while
what we was
you
talking.
figure
Yeah,
that
that
out.
part.
Yeah.
But the mind state of that person, like it seems like he's spiraling. Like he went into like a state of depression or something after he stopped working because he drinking you buying 4 fifths of Hennessy and
I
getting
didn't say
drunk, so
fifth. He
drunk.
didn't say still
Well,
four bottles still a lot. Four bottles
that's
and five
that's
bottles
all I
No,
is a
know is
lot.
a fifth of
he did
Hennessy.
that
That's
because
all I
they was
know. Okay.
arguing.
But still for you to do that and to get so drunk
Oh,
to like
yeah.
where you blacking out, you don't remember getting into a physical altercation with somebody. You don't remember what happened to you. You waking up on your best friend porch in new clothes at somebody else's house. Like, come on now, that's like you're spiraling. And so like that mind state, when if I'm sitting up there looking at my husband and in that mind state, that's not gonna be attractive to me. I
Okay,
mean,
can I ask what?
I'm gonna try to help him, but you can't help
That
somebody
part.
that don't want to be helped.
That's true.
But she
Okay,
didn't even try
can I
to,
ask this
from
though?
her
Because you
conversation.
think she wouldn't give this man his medicine. Is she
Wait,
wrong for
what?
that? She wouldn't
Oh,
let him
hell
get
yeah.
his medicine.
Hell yeah, especially if it's a life threatening type of whatever he got going on. I don't know what his illness is, but any type of hell yeah. And I put that heifer in jail.
He got
So
That's
dementia.
what I was trying to say.
so
No,
my
I
thing
thought
is
the husband who not getting their medicine.
the husband's not getting his medicine from the wife. She wouldn't let him get the stuff out the house.
Yeah, and I would have called the police right on up and said my medicine is in here and I need an escort for me to get it out the house.
But I don't think
And
he
then
want to
she gonna
call the
try to say
police
that he
because of the elder
right,
abuse. So he's fucked. He
right.
can't call. He can't call
Get
the
that out your
police
mouth.
because of the elder abuse.
But
Right.
who fault is that?
That's on
Right.
Who
Don't
him.
be
did?
coming to slap my
That's
daddy.
that's on him.
And at the end
So
of the day, too, if you can't get your medicine, you can always call up the pharmacy and see if you can get a refill. And if it's not time for a refill, you can go buy some. like outside of your insurance. And you can still get your medicine, or you can go to the hospital and say, hey, I got an emergency. But she wrong for that.
That's what we was trying to get out of the last conversation, is that the blame is not just on him, but it's
It's a
on
two-way
her.
street.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
they both
saying?
wrong.
Right.
Both of them is wrong, because if the issues was there before the father got there, and then
Definitely
the
was.
issue was there before, you know what I'm saying? Well, at 20 years, after 20 years, and after he lost his job, the issue was coming up and everything. She probably, you know what I'm saying, was looking at him totally different. He ain't making the money. He's lazy. He ain't doing nothing. The
Okay.
money he bringing in, he ain't bringing in no more, or whatever, this and that.
You remember she left in the text. Hold on, let me see if I can get back to up there. Give
Get
me
over
one
here.
second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. God damn it. Come on, this stupid ass shit. Hold on. Give me 1 second. This is not proper podcast. This is not good podcast TV right now. But hey, this is what happens. I don't have $1 million budget. I'm not Jay-Z. I'm
Here,
not
come on.
this
But
ain't
it
it
is what
is
it
what it
is.
is. We ain't got no $500,000 just put up just to do it. So okay. She said, there it goes. You don't take me out like you used to. You don't bring you don't bring me gifts out of nowhere just spontaneously. The things that you used to do that made me so attracted to you. You don't do those things no more.
Drew apart.
Well, can
He's
I say
saying that
something real
from his
quick?
house.
Can I
I
say
mean,
something real quick? Hold
go
on.
ahead, Jazzy.
Because in the last video, I think the tycoon, I can't really see it, it's kind of small. But he said in the last one that women be, wanting to keep their man and stuff, but we don't keep ourselves up the way how we first got a man. Ain't that like equal? So like all the stuff that he did to get her, to make her fall in love, you ain't doing that no more. So it's an issue for me to say, hey, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And it's the thought that count. It don't take a lot of money. Well, you could take me, you could make some damn sandwiches, and we could go sit at the park on a blanket and have a glass of wine.
No,
And
Whoa,
hold on.
whoa, wait a
and
I
minute, wait a
agree.
that's a
minute.
Wait a
date.
minute. Wait a minute. I agree.
Right.
I
Whoa,
drink
Like you
wine
can
and
whoa.
still do
champagne.
that.
Yeah,
You can know.
ain't nothing wrong with a cheap
Hold
date.
on, cause I ain't done. It's not even a cheap date. It's that you put in the
Whoa.
thought and you put in the effort. It don't really matter how much
Right.
money it is. You
You
can
right.
know that I like scratchers. You could buy me a $2 scratcher from the store. It's the fact that you
You
thought
right.
about me.
You're part of the
You right.
15% in the whole world, because
Say
the
it.
rest of them,
That
if
part.
I ain't taking you to Roof Chris or whatever the other places is, it ain't nothing
But see,
happening. You
it's
know
a
Say
what
it.
whole
I'm saying?
different
Say.
situation once you decide that I'm gonna be in a relationship or I'm gonna be married and stuff. Sometimes you don't always got the money. Like I like to I'm not married, but like
20
my child's
years.
father, I like to do stuff for him, but I don't always have the money. And it might be something small, but I still try to make him feel special. You know what I mean? So
But
but
That's
that's the
true.
point that we're
That's
trying to get,
great, and that's
is
great
because
too.
you're only the 15% in the world that ever do that and think like that. The rest of these females is ready to get rid of you and move on to the next one because you ain't doing what you need to do. They looking on social media, seeing how these people whining and dining people and stuff like that, and they just at the point to where that, okay, since if you ain't gonna do it, the next nigga would do it. You know what I'm saying? Commend you, and I give you your kudos, because wow, I ain't heard nothing like that in a long time.
But that's
What
about
he said.
them women and they mindset, like what Lexus said. You knew who this woman was before you married her, and you chose to accept that, and you still married her. Like that shouldn't get old to me. Like, yeah, we could go out, have
Well,
fun, and all that shit. But like if we just going to dinner, ain't no thought and effort in that. Like, what is that, nigga? We went to go eat. Like, I don't care if the
but
meal costs five hundred
but they
dollars.
got five,
Who cares?
but they got 4, 5. No, you're right. But they have 4, 5 kids over
No,
them
baby.
20 some years, and
No, no
he's
candy.
been he's been doing what he's supposed to do as a father and a husband. majority of the time out of 20 some years.
Hey, was she
Six
saying this to
I
kids,
him
agree
though?
with her.
Like,
5 kids, and 6 grandchildren. 5 kids, 6 grandchildren, and
Exactly.
30
Quit
Courtney,
years
playing
of a
with that man.
baby.
relationship. 1991. They met in 1991.
Damn, I was
He's
4
spending
years
that
old.
money. Hey, and that's what
19
I'm saying. Look, man,
1991, and she didn't work a
that's
day until the year 2022.
hey,
Give me that,
hey,
please.
man, that's Paw Paw.
Give it here.
That's Paw Paw. You understand? That's Paw Paw. He go, yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. And that's Pappy. He gonna sit in the corner and have him a little drink. You understand
little
me?
lemonade.
Because he didn't work. he,
Hey,
he didn't work
hey,
the
hold
quarter
on.
century for all of this.
J
A
Me, how
quarter
many
century.
children you got kids too?
I don't have any kids currently, no.
Okay, no problem. All right. So
Don't
you and
have
Lex,
none.
y'all in the no children's zone right now. So you know said, nah, look, you got kids, so you understand when having a kid with somebody, you understand that y'all will have some dumbass arguments. You
Oh
Shit's
know,
yeah,
Yes, sir.
expensive too.
Yes,
You
And
sir.
ain't
shit's
gotta have a
expensive.
kid to have a dumbass argument.
Yes,
no,
Exactly.
sir.
yes, it do because
like I mean, I have
the parenting argument, especially when the mother and the father live together, them is some of the most dumbest shit y'all find yourselves getting mad at each other over.
Well, I actually haven't got there to where we don't argue about parenting our child. We argue about other shit, but when it comes to our babies, we don't argue about that. I haven't got there
well,
yet. But my baby's
just
only 3.
argument within a relationship of something in the house, and why is this motherfucking piece of bacon in the kitchen on the stove still? You knew that. Why is this bacon still here? For
Why
what
is your
reason?
son
and you
Nobody told you
hold
to
skipping
on.
leave the
school?
bacon
And
here,
you
but the
and
bacon is
you
still on this stove.
Why is
and
your
you got
son skipping
teenagers.
school?
You got teenagers. Yeah, you got teenagers in middle school, high school, and you still try to stick it out.
How the
Or you
fuck
got
y'all
some that
know?
you just sent one to college, you still got one in high school, and you got one in elementary school. Let
Woo.
alone the grandkids. Let alone
Well,
the grandkids.
hey, I've
yeah,
been
like
through
I
that
mean,
one.
I have cousins that have like sons and daughters, and I have some friends and some single mothers that I personally know. I've seen them all get into like arguments over silly stuff when it either comes to kids or just parenting in general. So I've seen some stuff, but I haven't been in any myself, fortunately. So
Right.
yeah,
Right.
I'm understanding
When you
about it.
have some, when you have some, you can go right back to this podcast and get some valuable information. Because
Okay.
how the fuck I've been at work all day and then I get a phone call telling me why is your son not in school? Wait a minute, you was the last one that seen him. What you mean he's not in school? Now you got to try
Check
to
this
figure
out.
out where he at, but she at home
Yeah, I done
or
that.
Check this
stupid
out.
shit like that.
I put
The
it in the sink.
Yeah.
the
Put
whole
it in
the
the
whole
sink.
time, normally when I be doing this podcast, I be picking up and dropping off. I just left a football practice and all kind of shit right now. Y'all don't be understanding. As I'm
Put
saying,
that
the
in the
shit get
garbage.
real.
Put your
You feel me?
Yeah, it get real.
So especially especially if yo especially if if you having issues with your significant other. And yes, I don't know if y'all heard her in the background, but when a motherfucker traveling through different cities and all that, I just commuted, I crossed some bridges and all that the whole time we've been on the show. You feel me? Shit get real. Motherfuckers do sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm
But
saying is, like you said, everybody got to they both got to respect each other because they
Yeah.
right.
committed to being with each other.
I'm gonna put it
They
like
they
this: as
need
men,
canceling, and possibly they might just be at the end of their marriage, which is very unfortunate. But
Right. But you don't have
if
you don't
it's
right. No, I'm sorry to cut you off, Jazzy.
you don't have to stay in a situation that you don't want to be in. Like
Going to
when I
Exactly.
hell.
listened to
No.
y'all last show and y'all was talking about that's like abuse, mental abuse if she ain't giving him none after 8 months and stuff. But on the flip side though, you think if you go before a judge and you present that and you think that you could tell a woman when she need to give you some because y'all made this commitment, that's abuse too. But if it's like getting to there and he's spiraling, drinking and stuff, getting blackout drunk all the time, and being abusive to elders and stuff like that, then maybe they just need counseling and need to probably get a divorce. It's probably they might have
Well,
just grown out of each other.
the reason we only said that is because emotional abuse, like we were speaking before, it falls under domestic violence, and we were
I
just
looked at that.
as far as
I think
exposing
we were
that
I think you
it
were
it
taking
goes
it out of context though. I think we were taking the
no,
because it
It's
you just
law.
we we
you can't
didn't
just
we
be 8
didn't
months no sex in a sexless marriage 8 months and like it's abuse.
no no
He's
no no
not.
no 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 listen, it didn't matter if it was 8 months or 1 month. What we're talking about is the actual
Jamila, stop
definition.
it.
That's why he was reading it. The actual definition, of emotional abuse, just like resources. For example,
Well, what's the definition
if
of violence?
if you
Because domestic violence is like
no
when you actually
I
when you
I no listen,
physically hit somebody or like you
I,
forcibly make someone do something.
Domestic
no
violence
That's
can
Well,
be
no it's
domestic
it's
indictment.
the
violence.
hold on, wait. No, it's not. I took those classes before, and that's what we were talking
Let's
about
look it
last
up.
time. Let we did.
you
You
looked
that
it up
Okay,
that
on
he
so
read it off the show.
would I go to jail for not? I looked it up. Okay, so like there is we splitting hairs, but it's the difference between abuse and violence.
that's
yeah.
what
Abuse
he's
could be
We're
he's
mental.
we're
he's
Abuse
saying
can
it's
be
we
abuse.
mentally.
agreeing.
Abuse can be
The last
physically.
time
No,
she
we're
was
not because it's
trying to
not
tell
domestic
us
violence.
that it wasn't abuse at all.
But you're saying it's domestic
Where
violence,
my
and it's
phone? My
not.
phone just died.
But he
Domestic
Baby, quit.
violence is the
Now they
mistreatment.
trying to bring.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna break down both. We're just going. Domestic violence is the mistreatment of one family member or intimate partner by another. The abuse can be physical,
Hey, I'm gonna
sexual,
be right back.
verbal,
okay.
emotional, and physical, psychologically. Domestic violence is the mistreatment of one family member or intimate partner by another. That's what it says.
So by me deciding that hey, I don't want to do it to you today, that is not abuse or domestic violence. Now, if I'm saying, oh, I'm not going to do this unless you do this, like I'm trying to manipulate you a situation or force you to do something by doing this, then it could fall under abuse. But on the flip side, if you trying to say, oh, we made this commitment, so you have to, that's that's abuse. That's domestic violence.
Right.
Who do you
Let's
think
look.
gonna go to jail?
Oh no, wait, hold on. Oh, we can only think what we feel is, but these laws have have said other things. So
Exactly. So who you think gonna go to jail if we both go
hold
before a
on.
judge
Okay,
and if you say, oh, she withholding it from me, and I say, oh, he's trying to make me do it because he say we married. Who you think gonna go to jail under the
Exactly.
law? Who's gonna be held accountable?
hold on, because they have it is lack of sex in a marriage is considered a depression. You can cause your mate depression. A sexless marriage can significantly impact a person's mental health, causing mental abuse, leading to depression and other emotional distresses. Those are mental abuse. Those are abuses. I don't
Okay.
say it is. This is what the law says. It ain't
But
about me. It's about what the
okay.
people put on the paper.
So we got that, but it's only been 8 months. He needs to stop being a baby. Like she's
Cut it
gotta.
out. Shut it up. Shut it up. Shut it up.
Why? He is being a
Because
baby. She's got
ain't
a lot.
nobody going. Hey, look, I don't know. I'm only gonna speak for myself. I can't speak for no one else. 8 months without no penetration must means I'm. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna stick out 8 months with no penetration. I'm gonna go
And
penetrate
that's
something
the
else.
point. He can leave. That's it.
Exactly.
Like if you are in a marriage, him and her, if y'all in a marriage and y'all are like, look, we can't agree, we can't get on the same page, go to counseling. What you should be trying to do is figure it out. What's going on with us, right? And figure it out. Go to counseling. But if y'all can't figure it out, then you can leave. Like
Yeah,
both sides can leave. I'm
yeah.
not gonna stay
I
in
didn't
something
heard
I don't want
people.
to be in.
I didn't heard people say they not staying in a sexless relationship longer than a week. The person they better, you know what I'm saying? They don't care if the person on their period or the woman is.
Oh.
I didn't heard women say, I don't care if the dick is broke. He better give me some. He better suck some pussy. He better do. Excuse my
But see
language.
now that and see that's abuse though. That's domestic, but that's abuse. You can't force nobody to do that. If I don't want to do it, then I'm not gonna do it.
Like, exactly. There might be a big, even though he can't speak for his wife, it's only been 8 months and she's got a lot going on. Her dad is dying, essentially is really dying.
Right.
Like that's what dementia eventually does. There's no once
Right.
you have dementia, the end is you're going to die. My dad would have been nice, still here, but he had dementia. It put a time limit on
Oh, you
his
want
life.
some, baby?
So she's got a lot going on. He can't really speak for her. And I don't think it's just the bigger thing about him not having a job and stuff like that because
No, no, baby.
or him not being on the 9 to 5 because he you can't say he doesn't have a job because if he's taking care of the dad when she's at work
That
and the
is a
and the
that
and the
is a job.
and the
That's a
caregivers leave, he has a job. So she can't just be like he doesn't have a job, but she do got a lot going on. If my dad is dying every day, a little bit of him more and more is dying, I might not be even in the mood. She might just be easy to just be like, well, you don't do this no more, and you don't do not this no more, and I'm not happy. But I don't think that's the only reason. I think she's got other issues going on where she's just not in the mood. Like, god dang, it's only been 8 months. And
it's
6
only
of those
been
eight
I
eight
mean,
months.
8 months is a
8
long
months is a
time,
long
but
It
time.
but
is a
at the
long
That's
same
a
time.
long
time
It
though,
time.
six
is
of
a
the
long
My
time.
at
eight
the
ass.
same time though, I agree though. Like
243
it's
days. 8 months is
the time is not.
243 days.
Okay, well that's
It's a long
great.
time. I can agree with that, but I also agree with Alexis. Like, it's just not him taking care of the dad and accepting all that too. Why he not having sympathy and empathy for his wife that's watching her father die?
Die.
Where's her
Like,
mother?
right.
What is her mother already passed away? Is she still in the picture? Like, she could be potentially losing her last parent, even though she's an adult.
Well,
That don't matter. Like, it's
those
that is
questions,
that
those
is
that
very that is
what
hard to deal with.
what was said in the email was when his parents was dying, they didn't have to take care of his mom and dad.
Okay, well that's good,
But
but
who?
that didn't work
But
for
Wait,
that
her.
hey, wait. Now he is saying that he's
they're
doing
not getting
something
popcorn.
with her dad that he never did for his parents. And instead of her seeing, like, appreciating the help that he's giving, that she's more talking down to him about it and, or something, or not giving. I don't know. It just seems like basically it's a lot of lack of communication
That's
and
what definitely what it
understanding
Well, we
is.
don't
between.
know why he didn't take care of his parents, but that was his decision. Like,
Exactly.
if I'm married and me and my husband don't both agree on it, yeah, I love my parents. Both of my parents passed away. I was very heavily involved in taking care of them up until they passed away. They didn't live with me, but if it's me and my husband and we decide, okay, this is not something that we can take on, I'm just gonna be at whatever nursing home every day visiting them. You know what I mean? Like, he made the decision not to take care of his ailing parents.
Exactly.
And then he made a decision to, okay, we can take on your father.
So he can't be complaining about it now. Like what that's what you accepted. And
No,
Because
like I
no, that's
said,
not even the right. I don't think
if
that's
my
even the
husband
right
said no,
attitude
we
to
can't
have.
do this, we
I don't
can't
even
take
think
this
that's the
on.
right
If it
attitude to
wasn't a
have.
mutual agreement,
no, I can't hear
I
what
wouldn't do it.
I can't
I
hear what
said if my husband said
not you. I heard
no,
what you said. I couldn't hear
oh,
what Demetrius said.
What
Oh,
I'm
my fault.
saying is, I don't
You're
agree
gonna
with
get your
that
ass whooped.
attitude. Oh,
Stop.
well, you didn't do it for your parents, but you're doing it for mine. No, that's not the right attitude to have. That's more of a selfish attitude than
That's
a
not a
Yeah,
selfish
his
togetherness
parents probably
attitude.
weren't even
attitude.
sick.
He's complaining about it. He
That's
complained
not
about it.
complaining.
They
See,
didn't do it. I
Okay.
didn't
you're
have to
looking.
do all this
No,
for my
no, no,
dad.
no, 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 no. That's not complaining. A making a statement of saying, I'm like, damn, I'm doing something that I didn't do for my parents, and I'm doing this for someone else's parent, is not complaining.
Then what
That's
is it?
not complaining. That's saying, whoa, I'm showing my love for you doing this for your parent that I didn't do this for my own parent. So that's something that is messing with a person like, damn, I didn't do this for
Well,
my parent, but I'm doing this for your parent, and we're not seeing eye to eye. See, that's how I'm taking things. I'm not looking at it
okay.
as it's one person versus this. We're supposed to be a unit. When we are a unit, we're supposed to go. What I'm going through, you're going through. And it's sometimes I might be coming to tell you something, and I need you to not have an attitude in response to me, but to have an understanding what I'm saying. And let's talk about so we can get past whatever I'm going through or what you're going through. Because when you have a problem, you're supposed to be able to come to me, and I'm supposed to respond to you in an accordingly way, not respond to you with an attitude and telling and coming at you condescendingly. I'm supposed to understand where you're coming from, and we need to talk it out to figure out how we can move together as a unit when we're doing these things together. Marriage or versus, or either if we're boyfriend, girlfriend, baby mama, baby daddy, shacking up, or whatever the fuck it is. But if we can't have an understanding between the two of us, we're always going to have a conflict. And sometimes you have to understand when one person is saying something, it's not complaining. Just because you don't like the way it's coming to you doesn't mean that person is complaining. They're bringing you something that we need to work on.
But everybody ages differently, and it's like you can't hold it over her that this wasn't, you know, that you guys didn't have to do this for your parents.
Did
Well, that's how your
nobody
parents.
said that. See, you're putting words. He's saying, he's thinking, damn, I didn't do this for my mother. I'm thinking this to myself. I
So
didn't
even
do
if,
this.
regardless if he's thinking it to himself or if
How
he
is that?
says it out loud, everybody ages differently. This is how her father is, unfortunately, is aging, and it's all like she, you know, you're helping her do this, like it's like, what is she gonna do? What can she do? The only thing she can really do is talk to her dad's doctor and get different type of medicine, or maybe giving him like drugs that will maybe calm him down in the evening. But there's nothing more that she can really do, except, she has to be appreciative of the things that he's doing for her. But I mean, that don't mean I'm still gonna fuck, or I'm gonna be in the mindset to wanna give it up. She's got to, like I
Bring it
said, she's
here.
got more going on. The dad. It's been 8 months. The dad's been there the 6 of the 8 months. You guys got a stressful household, and it's all like, regardless if he thinks it or says it, you can't fault her for how her dad aged. I never thought my dad would get dementia.
I'm not faulting a person for how they dad age. I'm faulting both of them in the lack of communicating
Well,
properly.
they definitely
Right.
have that, but just I'm just like, what does he expect from her? Like, there's a lot going on in their house.
Hey, maybe if we fuck, we might let some stress out. God damn it,
But see,
shit. Yeah,
you gotta begin.
motherfucker, let some of
You
this
gotta
shit
set
fly. God damn it,
you gotta
open
set that
them legs up.
situation
Look,
up
Let's
though.
lick on each other
take it
and
out in
have
the
some fun with
bedroom.
each other. Shit, let me suck a titty I ain't sucked in a while. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you need to get this shit out. That's
But see,
why.
there's so much stress going on from both
Look,
of their perspectives
Demetrius,
at the
you
same
ain't never
time.
lied.
You gotta have to like set it up to where you take a vacation or something, so where you can get away from everything and the whole environment, and that way you can set the mood up. Because
Exactly.
like
Right.
like like
But
like Lex
it,
said
oh,
earlier, like she's dealing. I'm sorry, but she the woman is dealing with her dad dying every day, and he's dealing with taking care of him all the time and being away from his job, being unemployed for 3 years and everything. He's in a whole new realm of actions that he has to do every day, and she's in a whole new realm of doing some daily tasks and everything like that. So with them dealing with that every day, and they and he wants to get sex from her, or either if she wanted it from him, they have to get out of that environment. They have to take a vacation. They have to plan something and get away from and get the whole change of scenery so they can set the mood up. I think.
look, Jamie, is it Jamie? You ain't never lied either,
Yes.
because that be the other side of it is niggas want to go all day. We've been arguing and fussing all day and we ain't on the same page. And then what you want to spit start at the end of the night? Nigga, I don't want it. Like, set something up throughout the day. Like, create the mood. We don't even actually have to leave, but like your attitude and the woman has to participate too. But like you could set it up throughout the day to create an environment to make me feel comfortable enough or in the mood enough to want to do it. Like,
Yeah, because
Right.
the whole situation you got to get it out your mind because you're dealing with this every day, so it's at the forefront of your head, of your mind. So
but
like
they
you're always
had
dealing with the
problems
same
before the
thing.
dad came. My fault. I didn't
Yeah,
even mean to cut
Yeah,
off
obviously,
you.
yeah. I mean
obviously.
obviously, I mean every marriage is gonna have its problems, so that's gonna come with the territory.
Man, fuck all that shit. I'm trying to go to Cabo. You know what I'm
You in this
saying?
Cabo.
Go to Cabo or something. You know what I'm
Mexico
saying?
is fun.
Yeah, man, I don't give a fuck. Mexico, Alaska, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the fuck home. You know what I'm saying? If that mood don't create me, I need to replace you. That's all it is.
Hey, if you, at the end of it, in any relationship, baby mama, baby daddy ship, you know what I'm saying, boyfriend, girlfriend ship, it's the ship, right? It has to hit the dock one day, or it got to crash. So which one is either going to port and everybody get off this ship and go about their separate ways, or we keep going back in this sea and keep trying? You know what I'm
I got a
saying?
question, Demetrius.
Yeah.
Boost.
The
I don't know what you
meat
go by on the show, but
what
anyway,
the what
um,
the hell?
BC McFly. It looks like his thing says. No.
McFly. It say Booster Take Show, heifer.
It say
That other
both.
stuff too small. I can't see it. But
It's too small.
anyway,
That caught me by
so are
God.
you actually giving the guy advice? Are he just like sending an email, or are you responding to him?
I responded to him and asked him, "Do he mind me speaking on it?" And
I
I
mean, but
have
are you giving him advice though? Because my advice is, look, if you ain't happy, and how old is he? Look, you don't, tomorrow ain't promised. Nigga, go be happy.
Right.
Go be happy.
But he
I
seems like
take
he
it
don't
like
want to
this.
leave
That's my
her.
advice
That
to
was
both of them. Go
See,
be
I ain't
happy.
asked the man from what I've read. The man said him and the woman been together since 1991. So I figure in my own hood math and ghetto math, I figure him and the girl been together since junior high school. Anywhere between sixth grade and the ninth grade, they got together. Somewhere between there. And I'm fast forwarding all the way to 2025. So I'm putting him either at the range of
They in their
44
fifties.
to 50.
They in their fifties because I was 4 years old when they got together. I was born in '87,
So
and I'm
because
38.
in 1991, I was 15 years old. You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
So
Sorry.
hold the fuck on.
Damn.
I was about to say my age. I ain't saying shit now. Fuck that.
this shit. Me and Jamie was still in
I'm the
elementary
baby
school.
of the crew. Oh
So
shit. My
and
fault.
then, I'm just saying this. Like I told him, you say you started off in the streets and you got a mentor, you learned how to do the water welding, and now the water welding career is over. He did that for 20-something fucking years. Stacked up a
You finna get your
shitload of
ass
money.
whipped. Put it up right now.
Stacked up a shitload of money. Got the family. They got, as he said, we got 2.4 acres in Nebraska.
I feel like she could work with Duke. Like, the more I listen to it, when I listened to the last one, we didn't get through the whole story, y'all last stuff. But I'm feeling she might be the problem. Because I
She
feel like she could
definitely
work with him.
is.
She is the problem. She's the problem because, like he said, they've been together since 91. She never worked, didn't do nothing. She started to go to school. She started because he was like, won't you just find you something to do, because the kids was getting older, and they, you know what I'm saying, the oldest kids got children. So she wasn't doing shit. She been chilling.
Well, I wouldn't say chilling, but I feel like she might be the issue though, because girl, you could work with him. He still had an income, even though if you don't get your ass out of there, get out of the garbage can. What are you doing?
That's what we talk about, parenting.
Go sit down. Hold on.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mama is in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yes,
My
we
fault,
had real parents here in the booth.
I feel like
so we got hands-on parenting. This is not go stand in the corner, timeout parenting.
No, I've tried to be a gentle parent. Trust me. I was like, I'm never gonna yell at my baby. I'm never gonna curse. Now I never call her out her name. I guarantee you that. But this baby ain't gentle, y'all. Terrible twos is nothing compared to 3.
How many kids you got?
I have 1 child and a cat, okay?
Oh.
And I feel like they plan stuff behind my back, a way to get on my nerves. But
2 boys and 1 girl. And I've been through hell and back.
yeah, this is it for me. But yeah, I think this heifer might be the problem though. He had his income after he stopped working. So let me tell y'all this real quick. So last year I was at a job for 12 years, right? I left that job. I resigned because they wanted us to come back in the office, and I had my kid. I was working from home for like 4 years. I had my daughter and stuff. And they wanted us to come back in the office full time. I'm like, y'all, I'm not paying $2,000 for child care. And y'all been telling us we're gonna work from home. So I figured it was perfect time. Okay, had a kid, right? Now she's too young for school, but I don't trust nobody with my baby either. So I resigned from my job or retired, whatever. And I didn't work for like 6 months, but I still had an income. I had my pension. I had my 401k. You know what I mean? So and then I got a job, and actually after I only stayed there for a minute, and I still didn't work for 8 months, but I still had an income. I had my unemployment and whatever else I had left over. And I was still cool, still making it, couldn't do all the stuff that I used to do, but I was still good or whatever. And I'm working again also. But anyway, like it's with this, he seemed like he is not like a bad guy, that bad of a guy. He fell on some hard times. Okay, here. He fell on some hard times, but he still was financially contributing. So she seemed like she just tripping. And if you did give him some advice, he probably need to leave her, because this half is the problem. The more that I'm hearing, she can work with him. Ain't no reason for her to be talking down on him, especially when I am taking care of your father, and I am, doing what you was doing for the last 20 years, taking care of the household and the kids and the grandkids and stuff like that. And like with the roles just reversed.
Right.
She the issue. He need to leave her.
So, yeah, and
Tell
it's
that
not
man.
like he don't have no
Tell that
income
man go
coming
be
in.
happy.
As he said, he saved up quite a bit of money for doing that welding for years, to where he then bought land in Nebraska. They have 2.4 acres, in Nebraska.
And
I
that
mean,
has,
that's not a
and
lot,
I'd
but
leave that heifer because she wouldn't be getting not a piece. She wouldn't get a quarter of my acre. I'd leave
That's
that
not a
heifer.
lot, Alexis.
2.4 acres isn't a lot of land. But that's good that they're
Oh
able to
my
own
God.
property like that, but that's not like a hell of land. My daddy had 13 acres in Mississippi, and that wasn't a lot, but it still was a lot. It was more than 2.4. 2.4 is about a yard and a front yard and a backyard in the city. But they still own something, so I mean that's still good, but no, it's not a lot of land.
I'd leave that heifer. That's all I'm gonna say. I'd be done. Mm-mm.
So,
Because
and
she being
he says
ridiculous.
he has certain amount of a few $100,000 put up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'd definitely leave that heifer. Come on now.
So,
He
he
act like
doesn't understand.
at
He
first I
doesn't.
thought he was a bum. Didn't have nothing, not doing shit, and just living off of her. Come
Be,
on, this heifer is out of her mind.
how could you? That's why I say sometimes people have to let the story flow to
Well, you took how
understand that.
long to develop to flow the story. We was getting it in pieces.
No, that's
You
called.
still
That's when you assume. When you assume,
you
you
was
only
still
make an
reading the
ass
story
out
with
of
just like
you and me.
earlier. You was like, but wait, there's more. There's more. Goddamn, you still ain't finished this fucking
But wait,
letter.
there's more.
There's more.
When in a movie, it's not over in five
So
minutes.
because
The movie's not over in five
he's not
minutes.
a bum, I'm just trying to make sure I heard what I heard though, right?
I mean, he isn't a
So
bum. Just
because of
like
the acreage,
not even
so
the
because of
acreage
the
and the,
acreage,
That
Wait,
acreage
it's
ain't
not
shit.
even a
Alexis
because
said, "Oh, that ain't nothing. 2.4. Get out of
I
here.
mean it really isn't a lot.
You ain't shit, nigga. Get your 2.4 ass up out of
look,
here."
you talking to somebody who own houses and stuff. You know, Lexus and Stacy, they got they houses and stuff, so that ain't nothing to them.
I'm just saying it's not a lot. It's about a front yard and a backyard too, and maybe like a little
I mean,
side
it's
yard.
not super big, but
It's
you could
not
build
gonna be a
something on
lot.
it. It's still something to own.
But if
But
there's it,
2.4
I was
acres,
saying, based
two
on
and a half
where
acres.
yeah, two and a
I
half
was
acres
saying,
is a lot.
oh, sorry, y'all, my fault.
I'm
But
I
based
mean,
on what I listened to in the last episode, he was sounding bummish, like he was a bum, like he was just sitting around not doing shit for 3 years, didn't have
Yeah, bless
no
your heart.
pension or nothing. Excuse me?
I said, bless your
Don't
heart. You know, I
don't
heard
play
you.
with me
I
like
heard
that. I
you when
know what
you.
that means.
I don't mean it like that.
Well,
No, but
well
I
then
heard what
don't
you
say it.
said. I heard what you said when you was like, "Oh, I thought he was bumming."
but
That's all.
yeah,
That's
that's
what
what
I
it
meant.
Yeah,
You
because
when
I
he
thought
first
like he
started
was
reading
just
the
sitting
letter.
around. I thought he was just sitting around, didn't have nothing, didn't have no pension saved up, didn't have no
Right,
401k,
right,
didn't have no savings, and just was sitting
right.
around not doing shit. Like if I want to take a fucking break after working for 20 years and I got hundreds of thousands put up in the bank and I could still take care of this house financially, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. And heck, if you don't like it, your ass can go.
Right.
That
I mean,
yeah, that's all.
Oh shit,
Like
my
he
bad.
said,
My bad.
you wanted a
Excuse
small
me. Excuse
percentages.
me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. My bad. My bad. 2,400 acres.
Oh, now
oh,
that's something.
okay, that's
all
a
right,
lot of acres.
now, how much land is that, Lex? 2,400. Is that how
I
big is
mean,
that?
that's gonna be big. Just think
That's
that
not even a joke. That's not
Alcatraz.
even a joke. That's a
2,400
legit
acres.
question. That's not even a joke. I'm not even joking. That's a legit
No,
question.
so Alcatraz Island is 13 acres. So just to do the correlation in your head, if Alcatraz is 13 acres and
Alcatraz is 13
2,400, he
acres.
probably got three
That's
times the size of
2,400 acres.
Alcatraz.
Out in Nebraska. So
What are you?
And you say he has 2,400 acres?
in Nebraska.
So he
In
has
In
quite a
Nebraska.
bit of
Nebraska
land.
too. You're
That's
right,
gonna be a lot.
right.
But
So that's
That's
basically two
land for the whole
Alcatraz, two
family.
Alcatraz islands.
he's got three
That's
times of the Alcatraz.
Oh wait, wait,
that's
wait.
everybody in the
He,
family got a house.
yeah, that man
We
got his
I
life
could build
together. This
everybody a
heifer is
house.
look. This heifer tripping. He need to go find him somebody else because he got his life together. Girl, that man deserve a break.
Right. And he's
Yeah,
taking
she
care of your
probably
dad.
should be giving it up, but I can't tell nobody when to give it up and when not to give it up. But she out of line.
She
This
needs to
shit
be
don't make
more
no sense.
appreciative. She don't have to talk to him bad.
But
But
I want to say on one thing that was said earlier about she said that he wasn't doing the same things he was doing before. I mean, he is taking care of like her father for like a extended period of time. So it's like so like he'll have to plan something in advance, of course. But I don't know if he's what he's considering as far as what that is. But I mean, for
It's
her to say that you're not doing the same thing as before, well, I wasn't taking care of your dad before, so it's kind of different.
exactly. I mean, she has to find the time because they can find the time. But I mean, I do understand the situation because my mom even has a sister who's well off. And when my grandfather got dementia, she did not give my mother a break at all. And she's single, she doesn't have any children, and she didn't help her financially, and um she didn't help her like financially or help her physically with grandpa.
and
And
and she has three other siblings that's alive.
so
Who, the
either
lady?
yes.
Yes.
Oh,
So either they can take time, they can use the siblings. Like, okay, I understand you don't have to have dad 365, but me and my husband need a week before we get divorced, and I need one of y'all to step it up or pay to have dad put in a home for a week so we can get away. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to do something like that because it seems like he don't want to leave. From the letter, it was sounding like he wasn't trying to leave, even though he put hands on the pot, crashed out and put hands on pops, and she's not giving him none. He's still trying to fight it out. But it's all like either you guys separate or you're gonna work it out. Those are your two options. Like I don't understand what you guys are. You can't just stay there and bitch about it and for the another 20 years. Like something's got to give. Like what the fuck are you guys doing?
Somebody got to shit or get off the pot, huh?
Exactly.
But
Pop,
and
Pop can be right on the
he
cruise
ain't
with us.
even looking. But hold on. This is the other part. I'm just just throwing it out because like you said, it's rare that a bum nigga get recognition. You feel me? Because some people will still consider him a bum. And the only thing I'm trying to say is notice how throughout all of that, it never said that he went to go look outside the relationship or none of that shit. He was sitting there dealing with his situation, still being faithful, still trying to get an understanding with his better half. And
Eight
this is
months.
the reaction he was getting. This is the
8
reaction he
months.
was getting on. Like he
8
was
months.
nobody.
Hasn't had a release in 8 months and ain't going out there cheating. That man, like I
No,
told him, hey,
not just the
salute to you.
release.
I told him,
Not just
salute
the
to
release
you.
because she said, didn't you say in the text
Oh, but
messages that she said to him that she wasn't, or she didn't feel that he was
She
doing
wasn't
nothing.
sexually he wasn't he didn't make her sexually some shit she wasn't sexually aroused by him anymore.
Because he's not
Because
Okay,
buying stuff for her.
but
I'm still sketchy
again,
about him
as
winding up at the
sexually,
friend house in New Draws. We don't know what he did.
he was drunk. The liquor store got the little pack,
got the
the
little
I
little all
didn't know they had
sizes.
draws. I knew they had t-shirts and like beanies
They
and
had
hoodies, but
they
I
Yeah,
didn't
they
know
had
they
got
had
boxes.
draws.
t-shirts, hoodies,
They
and
got
drawers and
boxes.
t-shirts.
Yeah. They don't fit right either. They not the right
no
size. Niggas
Yeah,
may
they're
have get them
horrible
before
boxers.
in
obviously they stay
emergency.
out in the mountains somewhere in up in Nebraska. He
Not
went
if
to
he's able to buy
wherever.
liquor store draws.
Look, he
And
went
it
to.
ain't
So he
and it
went
ain't
to
nobody
somewhere
there
where
but
the
her.
water is out there. So he's out in the field. He's out wherever the water, the little creek they got or something, and then went to his partner house in the city. Drunk, fucked up, throwing up all over the place, and had a whole lot of Hennessy.
Hey
Well,
man,
what he needs to
during
do,
during COVID, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what he needs to do is he needs to buy like a little trailer or put a tiny home on his all his acreage of land that he has, and so he can get away from her and the daddy and his little shit. And yo, crazy ass daddy ain't welcomed on my little tiny house. That's his little escape, and just go
But
out there
what
and
if
get
that
away from
money?
everybody.
But what if that money is for helping the grandkids? Because like you said, they had kids and grandkids. So again, that's all I'm trying to understand too. Is like he's participating. I mean, of course he's putting money into some of that stuff too. Or like you said, when they talk about taking care of the kids, is he sitting there with their young kids and their grandkids, or is he just there? Watching the younger kids. I mean, either way it go. You understand what I'm saying? At that point, it's a lot to be considered. And like you said, the acreage, obviously, the land is for the family. So the land is for the kids, the grandkids, and everybody else. But goddamn, that's what I'm trying to say. You feel me? You got people that in their lifetime, or even what he went through just to accumulate that. That's creating
Yes,
generational wealth.
part.
I'm gonna
You
say
know what I'm
this. I
saying?
do hope that they could work it out because after all these years and all these kids, at some point it must have been good. And these grandkids and stuff, I sure hope they could work it out. But that she does seem like Lexi said, very selfish, and she the issue. So I
You,
Now he
I
got to give
truly
up
hope they
half of
could
the
work it out.
property.
but
Why
He
does
got to
he
give
have
up
to give
half
up
them
property?
acres and the money.
but how?
If
Okay,
they divorce, he got to give up half of that. He
Well,
got to give
stick
half of
her.
that up.
You can put her at a house far on the far end of the property, so you don't have to see her if she don't want to leave.
But if she don't want that, and they got to come to terms, he's gonna have to give up something.
Buy her out.
He got to buy her out on what he worked. That's crazy. I hear you.
If they own the land together, or they acquired the land together, but either you buy her out, or she's gonna, or you gonna have to build her a house somewhere on the property.
Yeah, no, they're gonna have to split it. If they was to go to court and get divorced and everything else, all that shit would be getting split.
He can still buy her out. Take a loan out on your equity of your shit and buy her out.
You don't think that she's gonna try to be entitled to some of that money too?
Then she can buy him
Or
out.
the
But
kids and the
somebody got
grandkids. That's
my kids ain't gonna have can't say so of my shit and my property. You ain't got nothing to do with
no,
this. Either
I'm
you
talking
gonna
about.
inherit it, but it's been split between her and him, and either somebody gonna have to buy somebody out, or you guys are stuck with each other. But or you share the
Yeah,
property,
because
but like
because
that's
if
all
they
you can
got young
do.
kids, still, he still has to help for those kids. The grandkids and all that is extra. That's just him being a stand up. You get what
But
I'm saying?
actually, if
But
they get divorced and she the breadwinner now, then she would be
she
the one
gonna
who
be.
have to pay child
She'll be
support and
paying
spousal
alimony.
support
She'll be
and
paying
all that stuff.
palimony. She'll
So,
be paying palimony. Yeah,
because
Dad,
what
you
he
are
got is what he
absolutely
got,
right.
but if she making more money,
Be-
they'll take whatever he have and basically like divide that up and say, okay, well, basically you making
And
$45,000 a year or whatever. And so based on that, she making 75,000 a year. She gonna have to pay.
and plus that she the one that's causing the divorce. She wants to file for it. If she's the one that wants to file the divorce too, you the breadwinner and you want to leave. So you do have you're gonna be the one paying.
You jump up there.
Diabolical.
So,
Mm.
so either they're going to stay together, or hopefully not have a war of roses. And maybe he'll hit me. We'll see. Because
Leave
we've
that cat
had a
alone.
couple of comments, and the dude seems like, but he's. I guess he. I don't know. I don't know. I I don't know. I'm just like I said. I know I'm a messed up individual, and this is a together person. So I don't even know how they found the Booster Take show. You know what I'm saying? But thank you. Because
Hey, I put it like this. I depending on what if he's out here, out here in the Bay, with the other job that I do have some resources, you know what I'm saying, so that he can look into depending on what he chooses to do, whether it's work, even if it got something to do with the custody stuff or the legal stuff, you know what I mean? I can refer him to some places. But yeah, man, it sounds like he's accepting responsibility for certain things that took place. Like you said, also sounds like it need to be some mediation between them. You know what I'm saying?
well,
Um,
hey,
Do we know how
I'll
old
be
the
the
younger kids
mediator. I
are?
just want
No.
give me 2.5
No one said.
acres. Give me 2.5 acres, and I'll take
that's all
I'll
he
get
want.
mediation.
That's all. That's all he really want. Cause that's what I was trying to say. You already know the rest of that was for the family, bro. The rest of that was for the family. Unless the rest of that was for the family, because he could have been sold it to make some money.
Yes.
And like you
Come on
said,
now.
if
Come on
yeah,
now.
you feel me? He could have been
So,
sold it.
hey, D, how many acres you need to consult this man?
Based off of my experience and keep the voice, I need at least how many you say you had?
I need 4 acres at least.
Wait, how much total
I
acres you
need
say?
I need four and a
He said
half.
2,400.
All right, so if
I
you,
need 4.5.
I need 1,000 acres, and
Yeah,
I
see, that's crazy.
was sure.
Out of the 2,400,
Yep,
let me get 100 of
Nah,
them. You still got 2,300.
because I got some
nah,
legal advice for his
um,
act.
I I just need enough to build me a house
Now,
that's suitable to where when I come to Nebraska and then whoever I bring out there, and they won't be
Get off
like,
of it.
"That's it."
Put it
That's
down.
all you got? Because I don't want my friends to have an attitude like Alexis when they see the
hey,
shit. Be like, that's
Lex is
it?
gonna be like, nigga, you only got 2 acres?
hey,
I
listen.
said it was
Oh my god.
appreciated when he said it was only 2 acres, but I said it wasn't a lot of land. That's all I said. Like he was like popping his collar about them 2.5 acres. Like nigga, that's a front
like,
yard and a
boy,
backyard and a
boy,
Hey,
side yard.
it depends on where it's at, and some people ain't even got that.
yeah.
You
Right.
could do a lot with it. You could do a
Look,
lot.
because I live in an
I'm saying,
apartment and
Man, let me get an
these square
acre
feet
or a
ain't even
lot.
mine.
Shit.
Hey, yo,
I'm
bro.
I'm saying 4.5, 5, because that'll take care of the kids and everything else. So I know they got some land. That's the
No,
only
if you
reason I'm
got
saying that.
2,300, if you got 2,400, you could give me 100 of those and
Hey,
let me do what I'm gonna do
For
with my
for
little 100 acres. You
consultation?
do what you gonna do with
hey,
you.
bro, if you listening, contact the booster. Got
Give it
some
here.
legal advice or ask. All I'm asking for is 1,000, and you will be good.
Man, I need 4.5, 5. You give me
Yeah.
5, then I'm gonna make sure you're gonna be straight. We gonna get the family back together and all of that. Fuck that. Before
Hey,
Christmas.
I even special for you. Going through a divorce, you fucked up. All that nigga D, I'll get you right.
I'm sorry. Okay. You forgive me. Come here.
Oh
Hey,
man.
do you
Okay,
Hey.
know
so
what happened with 5 acres?
I had another question. because me and Stacy was discussing this.
Hey,
She said, so you guys know the Kalani song, come pick up your clothes, I got them folded. So Stacy is saying that when you fold a nigga's clothes and you
Yep.
put them out, that it means that he don't that you're serious about putting
You
them
are
out.
done.
She said that throwing out niggas' clothes out the window or burning them or something gives him an opportunity to come back. And I think totally opposite. If I burn your clothes or I throw them out just out the
Smoke
window and I don't fold them up, you ain't coming back either.
damn.
I'm saying if I got all that emotion, like I'm getting that mad and shit still, then yeah, you probably still do got an opportunity because my feelings is still in it. But
No,
when
you
I'm
listen to
calm
them making up.
and
This
I'm a
is shit.
fold
This the shit
your
I'm
shit
talking
up,
about.
and I'll
He's
even
sitting
put
there
you some
watching
snacks
him.
in there
No,
and
this
send
the
your ass
video
on the
right there.
road. Then I'm done.
No,
I'm
watch
Wait,
done.
this.
Ain't
wait,
no coming back
wait.
after that because
Because
I
this is what the kids
my
watch.
feelings are not in it anymore.
Yeah, these are
They
niggas.
gone.
Cause I
So
said I wasn't folding up shit. I'm gonna throw that shit on the yard, and
I
you
need
better
you to
come and get
watch.
it.
But they showing all of it. They're making out everything and everything.
so you saying
Tycoon, can you mute?
Right.
so
Hey, nah, it was a music video on, and it was some, it was some men,
so you
young men. I'm
so
just,
you
it's crazy.
saying, in your opinion, if the woman is hostile when she's bleaching your clothes or busting your tires and shit, she still wants to be with you.
Still got
Jasmine.
feelings. There's
Still got
still
feelings.
it's still a lot of emotion. He's still able to evoke a response out of you. Even if it's a negative response, he's still able to get that out of you. You get what I'm
So
saying? So that that means there's still a little piece of the door open because he like when your feelings are done, you're like, I'm not gonna do it, then a man can't get you to react that way.
Right.
So when Angela Bassett burned the car and went into that sale, she still had feelings for him.
Yeah,
Yep.
because
She was
why, if you
enraged.
don't have feelings, if you're not hurt, if you don't have feelings, why would you go out your way to do all that stuff? Even like I said, at the end of the day, I might still care about you. That means that I will, yeah, I'll fold your stuff up. I'll put it in the bag. Like I said, I'll make your whole care package, okay? I'll even get you an Uber or a Lyft to where you need to go if you don't have a car. You know what I mean? But that means that like I'm done. Baby, I'm speaking.
I was in a
Okay?
situ.
That
I
so the
was
means
in a
more
that I'm
calm,
done.
situation.
the
But
more calm
I
a
if
was in
I
a
woman
act
is,
situation.
crazy,
that means
then
the
that means you
relationship is
still
over.
got some type of
The
hold
more
over me.
calm it's be, that we it's cool. I'm done.
Check.
If
Yeah, because if I act stupid, then there's still something that you can do to like evoke some type of reaction out of me. And
I
if I'm acting stupid, then yeah, I still got some feelings there. But that's just for me personally. Like, I'm not gonna get stressed out. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna raise my voice. I'm not gonna go back and forth. If I'm like, I don't fuck with you no more, then I'm not gonna give you any time of day. I don't fuck with you no more. And that's just that. I already told you that. But if I still fuck with you, but I'm just like mad right now and you need to do something to fix it, then yeah, I'm gonna still get mad. I'm gonna still get angry. I ain't gonna do no shit like throw your clothes away and stuff like that. I'm not doing all that because I probably helped you buy the shit anyway. But so I'm not gonna waste my money.
Yo,
I'm just saying,
yo,
if we in a relationship, we both didn't put our money into it, right? So I'm not gonna waste my money like that.
Yeah,
But
you pass by yourself. Shit.
because
it's
that happened to me before. She broke the headlight on my car, and so when
and
I
then
show up
what
to
helped you
move my
fix it?
car, exactly, yep, sure did. And so I show up to move my car, and I'm like, the headlight busted, but on top of that, you got all my shit outside, and everything. I'm like, well, what is this? And then, like you said, a few days go by, then it's a change of heart, and then you want a nigga to come back, and now you handing me the money, talking about, oh
And
yeah, I
now we
just
gotta
got that.
fix
That's
the shit
crazy.
and we gotta replace the other shit. Like, what's the point of that? Like, I'm not gonna ever do that. But if I'm still arguing with you and getting mad and getting letting you stress me out and shit is because there's still something in me that wants to work it out with you.
Jamie,
So then you're saying
Communication.
that folding up the clothes means you done.
Jamie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hey, he's
So
only 15%
being calm
the
is
world.
hope.
They all
Hostile,
are not
if
like
it's hostile, you still got action. When it's calm, you done.
Yeah.
See,
For
I
me.
said when
But
I
you
done
might
threw
just have a crazy motherfucker that either way they could be real calm and oh I'm fine, and then you might not wake up the next day. You know what I mean? You don't know. It's up to
Damn.
the chemical balance going on in the people brain.
Yo.
Okay, but I'm saying for me.
oh shit.
well, when I
Damn.
threw some clothes out the
There is a
window,
Lorena Bobbitt out there. They are Lorena Bobbitt's out there.
when I threw the clothes out the window, I think I thought I was done. However, I put you out. You out.
Damn.
However,
Damn.
however,
In my putting out days, but I don't live like that no more.
No, you a
Not my
changed
putting
woman.
out days.
The putting
Girl, cause
nowadays, you had
in
an
my
error.
putting out
You had to
days,
put.
yes.
You had a putting out error. You had.
Yes.
Oh man, you
Yes,
had
I
to
had
put
a
out
putting out
multiples.
error.
You had to
Cause
put out
me and
multiples.
Robert,
Could
no,
you
just
ever even
Robert.
imagine it from Lexus though, Demetrius? Like I can't even imagine that behavior from her.
Girl, Robert said I put him out so much he was
Hey, get that
insecure.
out your goddamn mouth right now.
Allegedly, don't
On
play.
this episode of the Booster Take Show, we are not hurting children. We are parenting.
right, right.
Oh, look, I don't give a damn what. Don't nobody raise this baby. My baby is very well taken care of. Okay, not a
Now you
scratch
know
on
how
her,
people is though. You know people is
and they can
strange, man.
kiss my high yellow ass.
It's called parenting. Something that many
People
parents
don't
If my
understand what
baby is doing
parenting is.
something
You have to be
dangerous, like putting
firm.
something that's been all up over the floor, all on the ground outside and stuff in her mouth, I'm gonna make her get it out of it because she can get sick.
She
I'm
don't
not
want
gonna
the
play that.
whooping cough. Last round had a whooping.
Anybody who got a problem with it, like I said, can kiss my high yellow ass. You can call whoever you want up over here, CPS, whoever them
You
people
must
is.
be using the phrase high yellow ass. You know what I'm saying?
My
You
ass
gotta
is
be.
high yellow. I'm light as hell. You know that.
You
I
know
heard that.
they don't use that term too much nowadays.
Okay, can we talk about the versus battle?
I did not
Okay.
see it. I was in Houston and highly
No limit
intoxicated.
or nothing.
But who
Hey,
y'all had?
and yeah, young. Hold on. Well, I was team no limit. I mean, I
Uh-huh.
like both, but I told him no limit was going to take it. But young Bleed is in the hospital right now.
Oh
He
yeah,
had a
fighting for
brain.
his life.
He had a
Aneurysm, yeah.
brain aneurysm right after the
Yeah.
show.
Oh damn.
So he's been in Vegas ever since the show in the hospital,
And not
and
the
they got a
family had to
GoFundMe
open
set
up
up.
a GoFundMe.
No, the mom chose to do it.
They
They
opened
was
up a
taken care of.
GoFundMe to take care of the medical bills.
Yeah,
Medical
because
bills be
no, just because
serious.
he's
Shit.
fighting. Yeah, it didn't have nothing to do. There were some podcasters as well as No Limit and stuff. They made sure that his family was straight because they got flown out there and everything. So they out there in Vegas with him. You get what I'm saying? Because the GoFundMe got announced on a couple different podcasts that was there for the verses, and that was actually people that was actually on stage with him. And they was getting the message directly from the family to spread the word about the GoFundMe.
Yeah,
So it
but
ain't
they
saying
said
that
that
he
they
broke.
opened that up for the medical, to take care of the medical stuff or whatever that he have going on.
Yeah, he had a brain aneurysm. I think they say he's like on life support or something right now.
Yeah, I just don't feel like they should have to. Like, didn't he? Don't do you get paid for doing the verses? Didn't he make some money off that? I don't. And even the whole
Yeah, he
Master
got
P
yeah, he
and
got
being
paid.
on No Limit and all that stuff. Like, his family shouldn't even have to open up a GoFundMe. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, no. They got paid to perform. They was all contracted. Everybody that was on stage.
That's a lot of money split between 50 niggas on No Limit.
Right. They did
But
have a
they
lot
be
of
saying
people.
Master P don't really help nobody like financial wise or whatever. That he don't even be
If
helping
you
C
ain't,
Murder
what
or
am I
whatever.
supposed to do? We ain't selling albums no more. If that's
He
if you
got a
didn't,
whole lot of other ventures, and my thing is
what
when
am
you
I supposed
what
to
I
do as an if I gave you an avenue and you didn't pick up the extra hustle to do things? I'm not supposed to take care of you forever. That's not my
it's
job.
not a but that's not a taking care of me forever. This is a one time thing that happened, and his brother, C Murder, ain't nothing that he can do to take care of himself. I mean, I guess you could do your little hustle up in the jail or whatever, but this is a
Well,
one time thing. Like
ain't
the
no
nigga ain't
telling.
been in the hospital for his whole
Ain't,
life.
ain't no telling how much money Master P might have gave that man mama to help with the bills or something. That could be a nice tax write off for him. Everything that
But
people
if
do
they
don't
had
have to be
enough, they wouldn't need a
publicized.
GoFundMe.
Sometimes people still just put up a
Hey,
GoFundMe
that's what the
because
you don't. I don't know why they wanted to do it. That's what the family wanted, and I'm not going to question it. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know what them bills look like. I don't know what a ICU bill look like. I know that shit is expensive though.
That bill is like shit. About we gonna say about like this, about five. About, I ain't even gonna say five, but about 6 digits. You know what
And
I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you this: when I had my
after
daughter,
that start at
my
two
bill was
thousand
fifty
dollars.
seven
But
thousand
then the
dollars.
ones start at 2,000. So you 2,000 in at the gate in the door.
Actually, I think it's 3,000 now. No, for real, I think it's 3,000 now. But
And
when I had my
and let's
baby
be
in
for real, Cat. Let's
2022,
be for real.
um, my
Young
bill was
Bleed didn't
fifty-seven
sell.
thousand
They might have
dollars.
sold a lot
So
of albums for one song, but they didn't sell a lot of albums for the album. That one song sold. And you don't, that money ain't the same as it was in 1996 compared to 2025. What
I know it's not. And I
ain't
know you
ain't
can't help
nobody been
everybody,
searching
but
for
I don't
no
know, just
Young
the person
Bleed.
that I am, like if I'm able to and like I have somebody that's like close to me or whatever that's in need, I'm gonna help them as much as I can.
All of them are grandparents now. They all 50.
Shit.
Because I'm talking about Young Bleed in particular. His mom is there, his brothers, I think, and his kids. And I'm not sure of his grandkids, but he got, you understand?
That's a big deal.
Like you said, everybody, yeah, exactly. When you talking about them just even having to fly to Vegas, and now they're going to be in Vegas, it's going to be close to a week, you know? So, on
And
top of having to, like you said, figure out
them
what's going on with
ICU
him.
bills ain't no joke. They charging for every bit of medicine, every test that's getting took, the blood drawn all the time. All that is costing.
And everything. Shit.
The overnight, you staying in the hospital overnight, that's a fee. The
Yeah,
room
but
is
that's
a
something
fee.
you could even put on, like you could get that on your insurance. Like you pay like $20 per paycheck or something like that. And if you have to stay in the hospital overnight, you be covered. And if you lose time off work, you get paid. Like the insurance will reimburse you. So
that
you can
dude
get the
probably
money
ain't had a
back.
job. That dude probably ain't had a job, not none of the time since he put out his first little demo to No Limit. He's probably he. They don't think about no life insurance, and they don't think about no medical insurance. Nobody's gonna be like, hey, even though I got this record deal this one time, I'm gonna pay every month to have me and my kids insured. They don't do that. They don't think about that. They don't put that in no contract.
Hey, I'm gonna catch y'all next week. I got some surprise for y'all. The week after next, on next Friday.
You coming out here?
Moonshine time. Don't get the high.
Moonshine.
Don't get the high.
Me and Liquor is about
But
to not talk to each other for a minute. I
Not
have
cool.
what I
Don't get
have way too much in
Man,
way.
man, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm
I'm
gonna hit
ready. I
him.
ain't running from nothing.
Hey, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna let you know what day I was talking about you.
Yeah, it's all good, D.
But who
We
did
gonna
y'all
tap
have
in.
in the verses? That was the
Hey, hey,
point. Who did y'all
No
have?
limit.
Who won?
No
I had
limit,
no
no
limit.
limit. I love Cash Money, but No Limit easily.
No Limit definitely
The,
won because they was
Yeah.
they
pulling
had
out
a
all the
bigger
hits.
roster.
And
They
and
didn't.
I'm gonna say
Everybody
this
didn't
too.
even perform.
It
And
says
Turk went
something
there.
about
Wayne wasn't
him.
there.
It says
Right.
something about Master P that even they got their stuff going on. Like, Mia X was like suing him for the stuff at the Essence Festival and stuff like that. But he still have, it was still something enough about him that everybody showed up for him, whether they was
Right.
Right.
getting
And it's
paid or
funny.
not, because it was money in it. And it's other people that didn't come. Lil Wayne said if Turk wasn't going to be there, he said, if it ain't everybody, I ain't coming.
Right.
Right.
Now the only person that was with No Limit and she was there, she just wasn't on stage to
Oh,
perform her
the
part
you
was
ain't got to say
Mercedes.
too
Mercedes.
much, girl. You ain't got to say too
Mercedes.
much.
Yeah,
That girl.
Mercedes.
Mercedes.
She
But she
wasn't
was
scared. She
there, but
wasn't.
like you
Yeah,
said,
somebody else sung her part.
yeah, no. The crowd
But she
sung
wasn't
her part.
contracted to perform though. I'm sorry to cut you off. My bad. Go
Right,
ahead.
right, right. But the Essence Festival, she did perform with P and them. You get what I'm saying? So it's
But
like
Mia X
she
didn't, and
had
she's suing Master P for still
right,
using her
right,
stuff.
right. Right, but that again, it's a technicality. But like you said, overall on their side, they was all together. I mean, shit, is Romeo, all the other niggas from the new No Limit. The only person that wasn't there, that's
It,
not in jail, was
oh,
Currency, because Currency used to be signed to No Limit and to Young Money. But so Currency wasn't there on the No Limit side. But other than that,
Young
everybody else
Money
was
ain't got
there
nothing
except
to do with Cash Money though. See, that's
Well,
where.
I
yeah, no,
feel
I'm talking
like
about No
Juvie
Limit.
won
I'm talking
and
about
Mia
No
X
Limit.
won.
Well,
Juvie and Mia X won.
Juvenile, he come out here to the Bay at least 4 5 times a year. If you done been to any of the shows, that's what he do. It be him and Manny Fresh. So I was expecting that. Everybody else looked kind of like out of place.
And
I
BG
got us
was
cooked.
just so fanned
Nice
out.
talking with y'all. See you next
And
week.
people.
okay.
Bye,
Bye,
Jamie.
Jamie.
All right, Jay, we stay have a good
Tap
one,
in,
man.
bruh.
Yes.
Uh,
BG was up there being a damn fan. He's so sassy now.
uh, I'm gonna say this: people bought tickets for that Cash Money reunion shit at the Coliseum and thinking they gonna see Wayne, Turk, BG, and Juvie. It ain't happening.
They seeing Juvie, Birdman, BG, and Manny Fresh. That's it.
Yep. And
And
I'll
then,
be there.
but state property and the locks is supposed to be there too.
Yeah. And I'm
Oh, I like
excited to
state
see them
property.
too. Right. I'm excited to see them too. So I'm in the building.
So But on that note, is this: regardless, I would have said No Limit is better. No Limit I didn't have to watch it to even know that No Limit roster is deeper. No Limit, every artist that came on Master P, he made sure they made a hit, even if it was just a one hit on. He made sure everybody had a hit.
Yeah. I was excited to see No Limit. Like, they need to do a reunion tour because I definitely would be there for some No Limit because I
Snoop,
love me some Silk the Shocker. I don't
They
care
could have
what
Snoop
left
hit the
nobody
Snoop out.
stage.
says.
They could have left that nigga out. I don't fuck with him.
Oh my goodness.
People don't
No.
understand
I don't like Snoop.
people don't understand the
Oh,
complexity of Silk the Shocker
I thought you
lyrics.
was
You
talking
got
about Silk the Shocker.
You
Silk
gotta
Shocker's
no,
lyrics
you
is
gotta really listen to Silk.
you
Like
gotta
he be
understand
rapping
what he be
slight weight off
saying.
beat,
Cause he
but
be seeing shit that ain't there. I be seeing shit that ain't there when I be seeing shit.
oh,
Because I be seeing
I just was thinking that song, and people be like, I don't get it. You ain't supposed to get it. Stay on inside the box. Think outside
the
the box,
song
because
is called I
he
Feel
be
Like
coming with it.
Somebody's Watching Me. That nigga breaking it down about being paranoid. I be seeing shit that ain't there. When I be seeing shit, I be swearing I'm seeing shit that ain't there. When I be seeing shit. You gotta understand where I'm saying that, nigga. I can't think of the rest of the lyric right now, but I just got that beat.
I know exactly what song you're talking about.
But yeah, I
Man,
love me some Silk Chocolate.
when Chopper hit the stage, everybody shut down. When he performed
Yes.
Chopper style, when Mac
up
Miller,
in here doing the Chopper
I
style
mean not
dance
Mac
because I
Miller,
love
excuse me,
Chopper
Mac.
style.
Yeah,
That
but
used to
when
come
Mac
on the
got up
box.
there and performed,
Oh yeah, I like
when
that.
Mac
I
got
like
up
the
there,
dab.
Mercedes, if she would have been there with him, that would have killed the whole verses right there. Because everybody know that song. But she wasn't. She was there, but she wasn't on stage.
She was
But
a
now,
security risk.
but separate from that, when Young Bleed got up there and they did How You Do That there, the whole thing turned up. And the fact
Right.
that he even, like I said, in the hospital is crazy.
Yeah,
You feel
that's
me?
crazy to me. I'm sure hoping he pulled through because that's crazy. But I mean, if he do got to go out, if he got to live his last days doing something that he loved on stage with all the people that he came up with, then I guess that would be a good way to go out.
If
Right.
he died, that's
Yeah.
gonna be the second artist that died after doing verses.
Mm.
Who else? Who
Who was
else?
the first?
DMX,
Oh, DMX.
Oh,
Yeah,
Who?
that's right.
DMX,
DMX.
Oh yeah. Oh, he got to do a versus.
DMX versus Snoop.
Oh.
Yeah.
I DMX one. I ain't even got. I've never even seen it, but DMX one. I don't like Snoop, y'all. Just
We can
I don't like
tell.
him.
Shit, it's been good, y'all. We didn't hit a maximum amount of time tonight. It's been an interesting conversation for Wild Wednesday, for the wild story that was brought to us in part by uh, a man who is in shambles at the moment because he might have, in one bad instance in Crash Out, might have lost his family.
Right.
So, be 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 tuned. Keep tuning in. I'm sorry, people. I'm still kind of fucked up from my Houston trip. I'll be better next week. Uh, what the fuck was I about? Okay. Check this out. I ain't no relationship counselor, but I can be your unlicensed psychiatrist. If you pay me the right number, I can give you the game that I use. And
Mm-mm.
and
I was gonna say, sir. I don't know. You should
no.
be
I'm gonna
giving
be
it
honest
out.
and I will be truthful to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing because I don't sugarcoat and I don't lie to nobody when I'm dealing with them. Everybody that I talk to, I'm being honest and truthful with because I want them to be the same with me. And I ain't judging you because whatever I have done to do things to get to where I might have been, you might not like, and whatever you do to do what you got to do might not be my cup of tea. So, as just speaking on person, and when it comes to if you ask me something, how would I respond? My thing is this: when it comes to relationships, we all know what part of it that we play. Is either we in it with somebody that is looking at it at the same, you know, y'all either working all the way together to build it, and then sometimes you with one person that you just want to play the background. And then sometimes in
Hey,
a relationship, you with somebody that don't like you and you paying them to keep them around you for whatever reason. And then you in
and
a
if they need a
relationship.
break, if they need a break, tell them to meet us at Barbary Coast this Saturday.
Yeah, if you want
And
to fly to
where?
San Francisco, come on out to Frisco Saturday night, 6:30 to 9:30. We'll be there. We're having a good conversation with. Come and smoke some good herbs. take an
What's the
edible,
place?
drink some,
Barbary
and do all that.
Coast.
The Barbary Coast,
What's the address?
952 Mission Street, San Francisco, California.
Yep,
And
952 Mission Street, between 5th and 6th. This is dispensary and the smoke
parking is
lounge.
hard. It's better to catch the bus or get dropped off by Uber. But I'm gonna just say this: when you're in a relationship and you're dealing with any kind of relationship with somebody, have a right conversation so y'all can understand where is it going. But if y'all married, and it's gonna be ups and downs on it, and if you're not with the person to stay with them through everything, the thick, the thin, the ugly, the beautiful, and the decapitated, then don't really fuck with them. Don't say I do as soon as one thing goes bad, you ready to skedaddle. Because you're not really in love with a person. You don't love them. You just using them and hoping for the benefit of you. Let's take care of each other. Let's love each other. Let's not use and abuse each other. I used to use and abuse people, yes. Yes.
I was just waiting for it, cause
But understand, it was all by their own choice. None of that was done because they had to. People choose to do things to make me feel good. So,
Goodbye.
with that being said, it said being that Jazzy Time and Lady
love
Lay,
piece of hair grease, sir. Just
love,
cut it off while you ahead.
peace, and hair grease. But I'm still the most loved person there is, and there's nobody like me. It's Beefy McFly. Like, subscribe, and follow. All that. Share this. Give it to your friends. Lady, say goodnight.
Good
Good
night.
night, y'all.